All right. Getting everything set up here. Uh, all right. So, welcome to a live stream from Ryan of Happy Healthy Vegan. I haven't done one of these in quite a while. It's been maybe 3 weeks or so. So, I forgive you. I hope you forgive me. I haven't been as regular as I like to be. I like to do these at least once a week. So, I apologize. Anyway, enough of that. Ed Fern, always one of the first to say hello here. So let's see who's joining us here. Already, guys are so quick. Let me do a little clicking here, get everything cool. Like get a couple of windows closed, make things more efficient here. So we got Jacob, Ed, and David, and Kyle, and Michelle, and hi, and let's see. Yeah, you were first, Jacob, Bobby, and Groovy Lisa, Vegan for the Animals, Robert, USGA, Vixie Pixie, Helps Linen, Alexander, Indra, Produce. I can't keep up, guys. Anyway, thanks for joining and being here so quick, and thanks for being loyal and staying with me through my little absence of live streaming here. So it's been a few weeks for those of you guys who haven't, who just tuned in. And I'm not sure if I'm going to keep this live stream up forever on our YouTube channel, but for those of you that joined in a little late, I just started a minute and a half ago. Anyway, I'll probably leave it up for a few more hours after this stream is over, whenever that may be. So anyway, thanks for joining. So anyway, yeah, you can tell from my title here, it's just a general vegan question, Q&A thing. Let me get my volume a little bit better here. I want to hear myself a little better. So yeah, anything you want to ask me, like, hang on, I think my mic's a little hot. Testing 1, 2. Yes, okay, that's a little bit better, I think. Anyway, yeah, if you want to ask me anything about, see one question, they're like transitioning to a vegan diet, says Lauren. If you have any questions about that, I'm here to help, and if someone wants to come here and convince me that going vegan is killing the planet or horrible or whatever, you can try to convince me. You can try to make me the latest if I'm quitting vegan. So if you have a great idea of why I shouldn't be vegan, here is your opportunity as well. And I'll let you know when a question is outside my field of expertise. Remember, I'm not a medical doctor. I'm not a biochemist. And I saw a question here from Zach about vegans with low choline and liver issues. You have to talk to a doctor or a scientist about that. I'm just a humble social media personality. I personally don't believe I have anything like that. I mean, vegans and non-vegans can have liver issues, right? Low choline. So I don't think any of those issues, Zach, are traits of vegans, or else we'd see a lot more of it. But if again, feel free to ask questions, but I will let you know if something is outside of where I can give you a good answer. I'm not going to BS you, is what I'm saying. Other YouTubers might do that. I will not. Hey, Thick Vegan, good to see you. All right, so calories. HXLP Lennon asks, calories. How do I get a lot of calories on a vegan diet? Well, good thing you asked. Came to the right place, because I'm a high calorie vegan. I don't know if you can tell you can't tell from me sitting here, unless you've seen some of my videos. I'm about 6'5", 190 pounds. I don't do any fasting or calorie restricting. I eat some big freaking meals here. Like, this is our book here, Angie's book, Keep It Carb Baby, which we're about out of. We have maybe like 6 copies of this left, so I'm not really trying to pimp it too hard, but you asked, like, look at this. Look at this meal here. Our epic burrito bowl here. Check this out. I mean, calories, bro, just calories. You got beans, any legume you want to put on there. You got brown rice, guacamole, several kinds of legumes, actually. So yeah, this is just one example of many of these, meals that are very filling and full. So it's not a problem. Just eat food. I mean, a lot of people think you're vegan. Oh, you're going to eat salad or kale. And you can. I mean, non-vegans eat salad and kale too, but those are inherently less calorically dense foods. You're not going to get filled up on them. So make sure you're eating a ton of food, filling stuff like I showed there, the grains, legumes, stuff like that. Fruit like bananas, I have those in the morning all the time. Oatmeal for breakfast as well. Cool, you like our cookbook, Vixie, or Angie's cookbook. Thank you, Vixie Pixie. Do I plan, asked Julian, to do another expose on the doctors? I haven't checked out their YouTube channel in quite a while, and it's kind of a nightmare. They have all these little 5 minute or sometimes 20-second clips. It's really hard to like just look at what they did last week. You have to go through like 100 clicks and load more. It's really hard to sort through it. And I haven't heard any nonsense about Dr. Stork lately, especially after he's recommending a more plant-based diet, rather than my mic looks a little hot. Let me just back it down a hair. Ever since he's been recommending more plant-based foods, I haven't heard much nonsense about him, so probably not. Let's see, vegan carburetor. Um, Gary here. Did you know you did a live debate with scientist Bart? Oh, is that guy that wanted to debate me that's come on here? Cool. No, I didn't hear about that. No, no. How'd it go? Tell me. Gary, yeah, how'd it go? Oh, I remember you, Gary. Yeah, yeah, I remember you totally. I didn't reckon. I think you changed your channel name there, Gary. Yeah, good to see you, man. Good to see you. I'll check it out on your channel to see if it's that dude I think it is. Yeah, that dude that Vegan Gains did an expose on several months back, right? Yeah, he's come on here, and I don't have the capability to put him on video live right now with the way I have this set up. But I had him try to ask me some questions, and he's just being a jerk basically. He didn't ask any. If he wants to come back on, let him know and he can ask questions. Unfortunately, I don't think I have the capability to add video to this stream. No, I don't. So anyway, yeah, I just remember he asked some mean comments. I said, okay, just tell me, why is veganism so horrible? I'm listening. I never heard anything other than just some mean comments. Um, Jacob, I'm in the United States. You're in Canada. You met Vegan Gains? And ask yourself, cool, yeah, yeah. I've never been to Canada, never met Vegan Gains yet either. But yeah, if he ever comes in town, we'll definitely try to say hi. Um, he wants to debate everyone. What was his main point, Gary? What was his main beef, if you will, with veganism? What is so horribly wrong with not eating animals? What is so wrong with living a lifestyle that seeks to exploit, seeks to avoid as much exploitation as practically possible of animals? Why is that so horrible? I don't understand. Um, let's see. Slip into this. Are you a true vegan if you still carry leather or have leather clothing and shoes? See, look at the definition of vegan. It says a way of life that seeks to avoid as much as practically possible all forms of exploitation and cruelty to animals for food and clothing. So that's first step. Stop eating animal products and stop buying animal products. So if you have some leftover stuff, I mean, it doesn't make you not vegan. We're all in the same boat. Most of us weren't born vegan or born into vegan families. I found some old Birkenstock sandals that I bought in college, and I go, oh, these are cool. I barely even wore them. I noticed they're leather. So, I'm not going to wear them because that means I'm supporting. When you wear something, you're implicitly, whether you mean to or not, one is not you, but one is implicitly supporting this. You're saying, hey, I'm cool with this. So I'm not cool with putting a dead animal bit on my foot, even though I own it. I bought it like, in 1993 or something like that, but yeah, so that's where I stand on that. Yeah, try to donate it, give the karma to someone else. I mean, it's already been created, that product, but you don't have to put it on or adorn your body with it and give your tacit approval of it. So that's how I feel about it. I mean, it doesn't make you a vegan if you don't do what I say there, because you're not eating animals. But why, if you're against the cruelty and exploitation of animals, seems kind of contradictory to support it by wearing it. That's where I stand. Okay, Jacob tried to highlight this. It's such an important question. You want to make YouTube videos that are ethics related, and you have no equipment. I sold some stuff, need to buy, and dude, if you have like an iPhone, anything from like an iPhone like 6S on, even like a 5S on are really, really good as far as like the video quality. And the audio keeps getting better and better with each generation. So if you have like a modern any modern cell phone, preferably a higher end one. If you don't have an iPhone like a Samsung or a Google Pixel maybe or something like that, you don't need to have a $1,000 Canon or a $2,000 Canon camera with some 500 or $1,000 lens or anything like that. Just get you can get a few basic lights. You can get some simple lights like at Home Depot or a hardware store. You don't need to have fancy professional lights. I have a mixture of like semi-pro and some like kind of like just Home Depot kind of lights. It's like you might be able to see the one back there. Maybe you can see it if I kind of do a solar eclipse or a lunar eclipse kind of thing with my head here. Anyway, yeah, it's a mix. Yeah, just you can do it really cheap if you want to. Let's see. Um, you want to make well edited videos. Okay, well, again, if you have Apple products, every Macintosh comes with a copy of iMovie, which is a really capable video editor, and it's free, absolutely free. And if you don't have a Mac, then you have to buy something else. I'm sure there's some shareware ones out there. But yeah, it's I know. Yeah, if I didn't have iMovie, I wouldn't want to spend what is it like $50 a month or more to Adobe. That's a lot of money to if you're just starting out. So I just use Apple stuff. I use Final Cut Pro. Bought it when it came out. Final Cut Pro. Apple makes that. That's their pro video editing software. I bought it in like 20, whenever it came out. Someone Google it, maybe like 2010, 2011. Cut Pro 10. Bought it once for $300 and they haven't charged me a penny ever since then. So I think that works out to really, it's a really much cheaper rate than paying Adobe. So yeah, you can do it really cheap. But yeah, yeah, some kind of cell phone and yeah, just basic video editing software. What about dates in the vegan diet? Asked Bob. Yeah, dates are fine in the vegan diet. Do you have anything particular about dates you're asking about? Yeah, dates are fine. I tend to avoid them because they stick to your teeth and they can cause some decay in your gum if you have receding gum lines, as many people my age do. So I tend to avoid dates, not 100%, but I don't eat them like I used to when I was a newer vegan. Let's see. A good point. Yeah, they are very calorically dense, way more so than even bananas. So yeah, you gotta yeah, if you're trying to lose weight, dates might not be the best food for you. If you're trying to gain a few pounds, then yeah, dates are an awesome food for you. But I've never really seen anyone get overweight eating dates. That said, just something to keep in mind. But yeah, I've never seen like an obese date eater. Um, what's up, Alter Health? Not much here. Um, Let's see, Jacob S. Don't you need a laptop to make high quality edit videos? Okay, you have an iPhone 6. Yeah, decent camera on there for sure. Um, you don't have to. I know on the iPhone it does come with a version of iMovie, and I've never personally edited on it. Yeah, if you don't have a laptop or a desktop, yeah, you're a little bit more limited. But I know a lot of younger guys that didn't grow up having computers are getting used to doing stuff that I take for granted, using laptops or desktops. Even you guys are doing them on on your phones. So yeah, you could probably just do some searching, see like look for like films or videos edited with iMovie on iPhone and see what kind of quality they're like. I'm sure there's some really good ones out there. Maybe an iPad would be a better choice if you have an iPad, so you can have a little bit bigger editing screen. But yeah, helps much. It really helps to have a proper computer, especially if you're an old dude like me. Race Lever, hey, what's up, man? Good to see you. I think you're my first moderator on today, so thanks for joining in here, Race Lever. Let's see. Wow, 134 people already. Gosh, guys, you guys are awesome. Thank you, thank you. What are my thoughts? Asked Siraj about Beyond Meat Burger. Yeah, we've seen it. We've made a few videos about them from time to time on our channel. They're not the kind. I hardly ever buy them. Seriously, guys. Gosh, maybe in a year I'll buy like 2 packs or something like that, 4 burgers a year. But if I'm out and about and at a restaurant and they have Beyond Burgers, a non-vegan restaurant, and they have Beyond Burgers, and that seems to be the best option, I'll get them. I'll see them at Natural Products Expo next week. At least, if not their burgers, their sausage, I'll try them out. Say I'm cool with it, but it's not something I want to eat every day. But they're a great transition food, and they're a great food to give to your friends and family. Don't even tell them that it's a vegan product. Just feed it to them. And after they're done munching, say, oh, by the way, did you know that was a vegan burger? And blow their minds. Because I've never seen anyone eat it and think it sucked, unless they already had an idea beforehand that it was vegan and hated vegans, ahead of time. But if you just give it to them, they're going to love it. Let's see. Cool, Jacob. Hope you appreciate, can follow up on some of that advice there. But yeah, iPad might be your friend, or maybe just look on Craigslist. Try to get a used laptop. Anything from like the past, like say like 4 years should work fine. And a 4-year-old laptop or desktop, a 4-year-old iMac on Craigslist shouldn't be that expensive if that's what you're trying to do it on a budge. Let's see. Let's see. Tyrone asks, is Long Beach a nice city for 4-day vacation? Planning to go in May. I hope so. I mean, hope the weather's better. I don't know if you guys know. This has been the coldest winter, the coldest February in Southern California since 1962. We haven't had in Long Beach, we haven't had a day that's at least even hit our average temperature for that day, which is like 67 or 68 in February. Every day has been like below that, typically around 60 or less. I know you guys in the Midwest and East Coast are laughing, but hey, our houses aren't designed for like, cold snaps. And, I don't really have a lot of good clothes too for cold. So it's been pretty cold here. But yeah, it's a nice city. There's tons of stuff to do here, a lot of vegan restaurants. What's cool about Long Beach too is we're kind of halfway between like LA and stuff further south, like Orange County and even San Diego County. So you can like use Long Beach as your base of operation and go all over the place, or just pick it in Long Beach. Yeah, it should be beautiful here in May. May is usually a great month to visit. Hey Kay, no, we don't make grunge music. You probably heard our music before, right? Um, let's see. Hello, Peter Kren. What's up? Um, Banana Vegana. What's my favorite lunch? I don't have like a go-to favorite lunch. I really don't. I mean, there's a lot of things I like. Like yesterday, I just threw together some like quick tacos, some corn tortillas, some beans, some greens, stuff like that. Today I made a little spaghetti with I sauteed some mushrooms in water, put in a lot of spinach in the sauce. Just simple stuff like that. But yeah, I don't have like a go-to favorite lunch. Favorite post-run meal or post-workout meal. Yeah, I like to have my smoothies, as you guys know. It doesn't matter if it's after a run or after like weight training or playing basketball or whatever, biking, whatever it is. I like to come back and have a banana smoothie, assuming I'm doing my workout in the morning, which is my preferred time. It doesn't have to be like at 5 in the morning, but like 8, 9, even 8's a little bit early. Like I try to hit the gym like 10 or 11 or something like that. Hey, Tracy. Thanks for joining, Tracy. Good to see you here in cold California. You came at a better time. It was much warmer when we saw you last, Tracy. Um, let's see. Um, okay, you're asking about my amps back here, EW. Is that a Princeton or a deluxe reverb? No, deluxe reverb would be too big and loud. In fact, I have a Bassman that you can't see down there, 60-watt Bassman. No, when I found this Princeton reverb amp right here, God, it was about a year ago. I fell in love with it. Built-in reverb, built-in tremolo, and it's relatively not too loud. Classic Fender tone. Anyone want to buy my Bassman amp? Let me know. I've recorded a bunch of albums on it, but I haven't really tried. I haven't really listed it or anything like that. In fact, I'm kind of attached to it a little bit, but I don't need actually 3 amps here. That's a bit much. Anyway, what else? Master Casgrove. I don't know if I saw your sensitive question. Just ask again, guys. I have 143 folks on right now, and questions are going right by. So if I don't answer your question or respond to you, nothing personal, just ask it again. Maybe copy and paste. If you can do that. Okay, Master Grove. You agree that exploitive animals, but what about plants? If we want to humanize all animals, why limit ourselves to plants too? I don't get this logic. Could you clarify? Okay, I assume you're being sincere there, Master Grove, because I hear this question often from anti-vegans. So let's answer Master Grove's question. He's talking about the exploitation of plants. And what was it you said? If we want to humanize all animals, why limit ourselves to plants too? Well, first of all, let me stop you there. Exploitation of plants, that's a keyword I want to come back to. And humanize all animals, that's another keyword I want to come back to. Veganism is not about humanizing animals. I don't know where you got that idea from. I mean, it's having compassion for animals. Do you see the distinction there? We're not trying to humanize. We're saying animals, similar to humans, like humans, have rights too. They have the right to live without us killing them. It's that's the distinction there. So we're going to call that humanize, and we're not talking about putting sweaters on them or giving them names like Bob or Charlie or something like that, giving them college education. We're just talking about living in a world where we don't needlessly, and that's the key word, needlessly kill animals. We don't need to kill animals in order to live. If that were not a true fact, then I should be dead, and most of you guys out there should be dead too. So that's point number one. What was the other point I want to address, guys? I'll come back to you, Master Grove. Jerry's Rafferty, our first super chat tip of the evening. Let's give you some kudos there. Thanks so much. And check out our Twitter account, Happy Healthy Vegan or at Ryan Lum, and you'll see a shout out to you there, Jerry's, for your super chat tip. So let's answer your question. We'll get back to our anti-vegan question in a second. So 6 weeks on a vegan diet. 20 pounds down. Awesome. And I always say veganism is not a weight loss diet. That's not its purpose, but it does, like, Tracy and others, and me too, have experienced, weight loss without even really trying. Your father's finally going vegan. Wow, I wish I could say the same. None of my folks, after his hospital visit for diabetes, they were trying to tell him to eat cheese yogurt, chicken, and fish, and avoid foods like fruits, no pasta. Wow, have your dad read. Let me get the book here. Where is it? If you don't have it, darn, I don't have it. I thought I owned it. Did I loan it to someone? Anyway, look for Dr. Neil Barnard's book on treating and reversing diabetes. Dr. Neil Barnard, Barnard. Not only is he a medical doctor, he's an eminent researcher in the field of diabetes. One time I looked through his references that his work that he's put out, and it's like over 100 different articles and stuff. So check that out. And the reason I point that out is, don't listen to me. I'm just a dude. Neil Barnard is a medical doctor, diabetes specialist, and researcher, and see what he has to say. He's had phenomenal results getting people off their diabetes meds in a matter of weeks. People have been told they have to take their meds for the rest of their life. Once they just give up the foods that were causing diabetes in the first place, have amazing results and can live that way the rest of their lives. Anyway, let's see. So thanks for sharing that, Jerry. It's always good to hear people having these, great health gains from not eating dead animals. And again, that's not the primary objective of veganism. That's a great side benefit. Health gains, environmental gains, compassion gains. It's just a win-win-win. Okay, so Master Grove, I see you're saying you thought giving them rights, like giving them rights, was to humanize them. No, I don't know where you got that idea. I've never thought of that way, and I've never heard someone put it that way. But you're going, maybe you're wondering, what's the difference though between plants and animals? Why is it okay to like kill a plant but not an animal? Well, it's a huge difference, because animals are sentient beings and plants are not. And I know a lot of anti-vegans don't understand that point, but let's just do a little thought experiment here. Most of you guys have a pet, right? A dog, a cat, whatever, What would you think if someone killed it, like chopped its head off, shot it? Well, you would be bummed. It'd be gross. It'd be a traumatic experience that would affect you the rest of your life profoundly. But if you were to pull a carrot out of the ground, a carrot has no consciousness in the sense of sentience, has no brain, so no central nervous system. It's no, you can't even compare the two. Pulling a carrot has nothing to do with killing an animal. It's just, they're not even comparable actions, morally not equivalent in any way, shape, or form. Sentient beings, yeah. I'm glad there's no sentient beings. Anyway, I hope you understand that point there. Yeah, not trying to make fun of you or anything like that, but that's a huge distinction I see a lot of anti-vegans don't get, like Piers Morgan, Joe Rogan, just to get the list started. They think everything's the same. I like to point out, okay, not all eating plants involves killing. Think about it like this. If you go up to like a apple tree and or any fruit tree, and the fruit is ripe, it falls to the ground. You pick it up and eat it. That's what nature intended for a plant, for a human or an animal to eat the fruit, so the seed gets spread and keeps the cycle alive. Nothing gets killed. The tree's still alive. The fruit was never killed. It just fell off the tree naturally. And even stuff like rice, you harvest grains often when they're the plant's at full maturity. It's going to die anyway, so you harvest it then. So you're not really killing. It's just the wrong word to use. You're harvesting. You're pulling picking up a ripe avocado off the floor or off the dirt. So yeah, it's a totally different concept. But if it's okay, Your pet dog or cat. Okay, Master Grove. It doesn't have to be your pet dog or cat. Just go out into the street. I'm sure where you live at, there's some stray cats or dogs. Kill one of them. I'm not saying to do that. I'm just saying, think about that. Would be horrible. It's again, these are thought experiments. Think about how horrific that would be. And bring a friend along. Bring a little brother or sister along. They would be horrified too. In fact, you would probably go to jail if you were to commit such an act. But say where you found your neighbor's dog or cat, they had a fruit tree and you picked a ripe fruit off of it. Besides maybe annoying the neighbor, no one gets harmed. Nothing gets harmed. There's no killing. It's your little brother or sister would walk away peaceful. Just give them the apple. They'll be stoked. But if they watch you kill a stray animal, even if it's just a possum, just a possum. I love possums, as you guys know. It'd still be a horrific act. You can't compare killing any animal with harvesting a plant and eating it. There's no comparison. Anyway, hope you understand the distinction. There is no comparison. Um, let's see what RJ Truth says here. We aren't humanizing animals in the sense that we're giving them the right to own property and have an education. Exactly. We're simply saying they have the right to live and live in peace and live without being tortured, live without being exploited by humans for profit. That's all it is. It's like like humans have the right to live without being killed. Why are animals different? They're sentient beings, and animals do have rights. You just can't go out and kill pets like I'm talking about. Animals do have rights, so if those rights extend over to non-pet animals, and they should. You'd see that animals have rights. Does it make them humans? I mean, non-human things can have rights. Is my point. All right. Anyway, let's continue to go on here. Hey, Sonia, how's it going there? Um, let's see. Is there some good discussion going on? I must be missing it. So I'm trying to find some of the good stuff here. Um, where do I get my lysine? Are we talking about essential amino acids? I get them. I get all my amino acids from primarily just from the foods I eat. I just don't eat one food. I eat many different plants, whole food plants, which means I'm getting all my essential amino acids just from my diet alone. Furthermore, on top of that, I've met a few plant based protein powder supplement companies. They see me at festivals, vegan festivals, and they've given me their products. And yeah, since I've been doing more weight training, I've been trying their stuff out too. And they have the essential amino acids in there, all from plant sources, 100% vegan. It's not a problem if that's what you're concerned about. As if you go vegan, where are you going to get your essential amino acids? Let me give you a little secret. It's not really a secret, but a lot of people don't realize this. There's a lot of non-vegan people, I should say. All plants have protein. All plants have protein. All right. And if you're really worried, you could take a plant-based supplement if that's really an issue for you. Let's see. Um, wow, a lot of thanks, moderators, for squashing out some discussion. I didn't really see what this Rex dude is saying, but I really don't know what Rex has been saying. I've seen people complaining about him, and I give you guys full authority, my moderators, if he's being um, rude, if he's being mean, condescending, anything like that, just not contributing in a positive, thoughtful, intelligent way here, which is our way here. We just don't like curse out people and ridicule and put them down. We speak with facts, logic, that sort of thing. If he's not respecting people and our policies here, I give Tracy and Race Lover the authority to just delete him, ban him. If he's being rude. Yeah, we don't take rudeness here. If you want to be rude, go chat on another live stream, but this is not the one. All right, this is for intelligent, thoughtful, kind debate where you're not going to get attacked, where I'm not going to get attacked, where you're not going to get attacked. So if Rex really is anti-vegan, that's fine, but you can be anti-vegan, listen, Rex, in a polite, respectful manner. It's really strange how so many anti-vegans come here and are really rude, like what people say Rex is being like. You can disagree. That's totally cool because, I disagree with people and all sorts of things, but I'm not rude and disrespectful. I'll speak to them like I'm talking to you now in a, rational, open-minded way, trying to arrive at truth rather than trying to cram and force truth down people by cursing them out and being mean and disrespectful. So I hope you understand that, everyone. I'm just giving you the rules here, and I don't cite the rules too often because it's really an issue. Most of you guys are really cool and understand, but once in a while we get some anti-vegans and occasionally vegans that don't understand. Okay. All right. I have the patience of a saint. No, just what I expect. I'm just letting people know what I expect. Other people's channels, maybe they don't have any expectations for how they want their live streams and comments to go, but I do. It's my channel, and that's how I want it to go. All right, so he's in the corner for a timeout. Fine, race lever. Yeah, see if he comes back and learns something sitting in the naughty timeout corner. Sometimes people get it together. Again, it's not to be a jerk, but if you're coming here being a jerk, we're gonna moderate your ass. Anyway, yeah, it's not a hostile environment. It's totally not. Even though there might be debating going on, debates don't have to be hostile. And in fact, debates, really the essence of what a debate is, if this person wants to engage in debate, is to discuss in a rational way and arrive at truth. But if you're just going to cuss people out and be disrespectful, that's not a debate. That's just a fight. That's an attack. Huge difference. Great, giant distinction. Hey, Evan Brandt. Wow, thank you for your generous super chat tip there. Thanks, bro. What do you say? Hey, Banana Man, top 5 banana recipes dishes. Again, Evan, look on our Twitter. The account is Happy Healthy Vegan or at Ryan Lum, and you'll see a shout out to you for your super chat tip. Favorite top 5 banana recipe dishes. Well, if you watch our channel, number one, hands down, is my breakfast smoothie, which I have often, most days. If I'm not having oatmeal, I'll see maybe like out of 5 days in the winter, 4 days will be the banana smoothie. The other day will be oatmeal. Number 2 would probably be the banana nice cream, which is also in Keep It Carb, baby. It's really easy. I don't know why we had to make a recipe, but Angie put some nice spicing options on there too. Number 3, not technically a banana. This actually should be my number 2, is plantains. Like Cuban type bananas that you actually have to cook. We steam them actually and cook them. I think the recipe's in here. If not, we'll get it in our new book. Yeah, we just cook up some rice, some beans, couple tortillas, and we call it Cuban night. It's really fun. So that's only 3 I can think of, Evan. Hopefully that's a good enough list for you there. There's not a whole lot more I like to do with bananas other than those 3 things. Let's see what else is going on here. All right, what other questions going on? Joseph says, people make fun of you for being vegan. I wish you understood. Oh, that sucks, Joseph. What kinds of silly, just ignorant things are people telling you or saying to you, Joseph, to try to, what do you say? They're making fun of you. What do they say? They're probably just insecure and projecting their own insecurities onto you, because there's no reason to make fun of a person who's made a decision in their life to not eat animals and their byproducts, and avoid all the, the ill health effects that goes along with eating animal products, and to try to reduce the amount of suffering and killing of animals on this earth. So why is that so freaking horrible that people feel like they have to ridicule you for that? It sucks. Where can you get our shirts? Asked Peter. Our website. It's a good question. Where can you get our shirts? happyhealthyvegan.org. Go there. That's where our shop is. And we're out of a few sizes right now. Watch the vlog that Angie put out yesterday. She shows our t-shirt rack. It's been hit hard. I have new t-shirts being made as we speak. I should get them in sometime this weekend, Friday or Saturday. It may take me a day to enter them into our inventory software. And I have a new shirt, guys. We're going to drop a limited quantity of a brand new Happy Healthy Vegan t-shirt when I get this new batch of stuff in. So keep your eyes open for that. And it's kind of more winter appropriate. It's like, a longer sleeve tee. So check it out. It's a limited drop. We're just going to carry it until we run out. So yeah, you can get it from our store, shop.happyhealthyvegan.org, or just happyhealthyvegan.org. It'll take you to our shop. Hey, Linda, Lakers fan. Cool. Thanks. Thanks for the super chat tip there. Thanks so much. And again, check our Twitter, Linda, for a shout out to you for your super chat tip there. And are you a Lakers fan? And if so, it's been pretty rough ever since LeBron pulled his groin on Christmas. What a Christmas gift, huh? A Lakers season, which we were in playoff standing on that day, beat the Golden State Warriors in Oakland. and now it's looking pretty bad. So yeah, it's a tough time to be a Lakers fan. Um, LeBron is not trying to get Luke Walton fired, Kyle. There's a lot of dumb rumors. Not saying what you're saying is dumb. There's a lot of just weird speculation and rumors. They get along fine. Luke will finish the remainder of the season, no doubt. Will he be back next year? It remains to be seen. They're still rebuilding the team, so maybe they'll move on with a new coach. But yeah, with what you see right now, the Lakers team, it will be there. There's not going to be any big trades going on. Let's see. Marcus asked a reasonable question. Is my reason for being vegan emotive based? Because I personally am vegan primarily because it fascinates the how airtight the logic is. Marcus, I've said this many times. There's so many reasons for being vegan, airtight reasons for being vegan. So what might attract you would be one thing. Maybe you came for health. Maybe you saw a cowspiracy. You're concerned about the environments. You saw Earthlings or read a book. Learn about how cruel the animal agriculture industry is, the just horrific practice, just the killing, even if the animal's treated nicely, So there's so many reasons. Once you stay, you learn more of these other reasons. If you just came for one, there's no reason not to be vegan. It's like a win, 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 win. It's just all wins, and that logic is 100% airtight. But let me give you guys a tip. Just because the logic is super airtight, and I'm not saying it applies to you or any of you guys, but I've seen some people use that as an excuse to be an ass, just to go out and be mean to people. Don't be like that. Just because veganism is so based in fact and rational thinking, it doesn't give you a carte blanche to go out and say, nanny, screw you guys, I'm better than you, because it makes you look self-righteous and makes people get mad. So just use that power wisely. Don't just go off and be a jerk to people. Francisco, would I drink milk from a cow who has been treated well? No, that's not what vegan is. Why? First of all, I ask you, why would you drink milk for? Why would you drink cow milk? Cow milk is a great milk designed to take a baby calf and turn it into a giant beast of a cow. That's not what humans are designed to do, to get giant and big like that in a really short period of time. Or we grow over many more years, decades even, than cows do. Human breast milk is perfectly formulated for the needs of humans. So why are people so brainwashed that we need to drink milk from other species? It's nuts. I mean, what other creatures do that? We don't need to do that. Why? Because we've been brainwashed. Because in the past and continuing in the present, people and now industries have exploited animals for their product, which we don't need. You don't need to drink milk even as an adult. I mean, what other creature not only drinks the milk from another species, but continues to drink milk past infancy? Why do adult creatures who don't need to turn into giant beasts drink milk for? It makes no freaking logic. If you must drink milk, there's plenty of plant milks out there. Yeah, I love rice milk, flax milk, almond milk. Take your pick there. Find the one that gets you excited. But yeah, drink your mom's milk instead, assuming you're of that age. What do I think about lab meat? I don't have any plans to eat it if and when it ever becomes available, and it probably shall, but I think it's great for non-vegans, and I think it's great for pets. Sometimes you might try to get your pet to eat, some vegan thing and they're not into it, but if you give it lab-grown meat, awesome, especially lab-grown meat that comes from non-animal serum, which, so there'll be no cruelty involved in it. Let's see. Adult humans drinking breast milk from other adult humans is a growing trend. Hell, as long as that other human's not being exploited, it's not an animal product. Let's see. What else are you guys talking about? Do I like almond butter? Yeah, but that said, I can't remember the last time I bought or used almond butter. But when I have had it, yeah, I love it. If anyone wants to sponsor us with almond butter, send us a free box or something or a jar. Let us know. Write us at our PO box. Let's see. What kind of activism do an Angie and I do? Like cubes of truth? Well, it depends on what you call activism. You might disagree with me, but I think there's many ways for people to become active as vegans. Promoting veganism. It doesn't always involve showing pictures of dead animals. I know a lot of people like to think that it doesn't have to do that. I would say, say someone like Dr. Garth Davis. He identifies himself as a vegan. Some of these guys don't do, like say Dr. Esselstyn, Dr. McDougall, even though they promote vegan diets, they don't call themselves vegans. But Dr. Davis identifies as a vegan. He goes on talk shows, writes books. That's the kind of activism we need too. We need people to put out like cubes of truth for people to see in public places, to get them to know the cruelties of animal agriculture, or just what goes with the exploitation of animals. And we need vegan doctors like Dr. Davis and others to come out and tell people all the truth, all the facts about the healthful benefits of the plant-based diet. And you need a few people like us too on YouTube to show you how easy, ridiculously easy and fun it is to be vegan. It's not like a life of sacrifice and eating a little bit of food and being miserable. No, being vegan is freaking awesome. It's like one of the best decisions I've ever made in my life. So everyone has their own way of attracting people. Because really, think about it, guys. What's the end goal of anyone who's actively, trying to get people to go vegan? Vegan activism. It's to get people to go vegan, right? And therefore, reducing and eventually eliminating the exploitation and cruelty of animals. So you're going to get some people with cubes of truth. You're going to get some people by going to a doctor like Dr. Davis or whoever, any vegan doctor. You can get some people every day. Seriously, guys, I'm not trying to toot our own horn, but a day doesn't go by where Angie and I don't get a message on, like, say, on the YouTube comments, on Instagram, writing us directly on our website about how we help them. We already had someone tell us how we helped them and their father to go vegan in this live stream. So it's all about getting people to go vegan. So that said, we're going to do more stuff this year, particularly more work with animal sanctuaries. So stay tuned for that. Just the weather's been so crappy. The one we've been wanting to go to, they had snow last week. They lost power. They've been flooded. The animals have had a rough time. So we're going to do some fundraising for them to help make their lives a little bit better there. So anyway, wow, Bradley the Wolf. Wow, that's awesome, man. Thank you for that super, super, super generous super chat tip there. Much appreciated. And again, check our Twitter, Happy Healthy Vegan, or at Ryan Lum, and you will see a shout out to their Bradley the Wolf. So let's see. Advice on your meal. For breakfast, eat oatmeal grain cereal with silk milk. Sounds good. I have oatmeal. I just have oatmeal often in the morning. If I'm not having bananas, I'll have oatmeal and I'll put in a milk. Yeah, silk milk sounds fine. Lunch, PPJ sandwich, like a PBJ, or what's the other P? Vegan cookie and banana. Dinner, rice and tater tots. I think you could, okay, if that's like a typical day, that sounds pretty good. I mean, often I have days like that, I would say I wouldn't want to eat like that every day, particularly dinner. I think you need a little bit more diversity. I'm not seeing any, again, I'm not a nutritionist, guys. I'm not a medical doctor. I'm just telling you how I see it as someone who's been vegan since 2010 and, eating a certain way for a number of years now. Here's what I personally, Ryan, would do. And I'm not telling you this is what you have to do, but I'm not seeing a lot of veggies here, bro. Just a little bit more diversity of food, some legumes, like with your rice at dinner, maybe some other stuff too, like I see you got tater tots. Are those fried? Maybe you could have some just steamed potatoes, and when you're steaming the potatoes, put some broccoli or asparagus or something on top, some eggplant or something like that. Just a little bit more in the way of greens. Like for lunch, maybe you could have some more a salad with your PBJ sandwich or your cookie or something like that. But yeah, I would just say get a little bit more in the way of greens and veggies. And if that is filling you up, if you feel full, that's super important. One of the most important things about a vegan diet is make sure with any diet is that you're getting enough food. And yeah, just to say round it out with some more plants there, a few more whole food plants. And it sounds like you're on to something there, Bradley. So let me know if that helps you out. Yeah, maybe get an air fryer. Emerald Shimmer asked there. That's a good thing. Yeah, we put I make French fries in there. I just get like the ones cut at the store. I try to cut them myself. They don't turn out as well, but yeah, the ones from the store work brilliantly in the air fryer. And maybe a pressure cooker too. That's how we make a lot of stuff like rice and potatoes in like 1/2 or 1/3 the time. Yeah. So anyway, what else you guys talking about here? Affects vegan is reducing human and animal suffering vegan. Not sure what you're describing there. Affects vegan. Maybe you can elaborate a little bit more on that. But it sounds like it is. Yeah, I'm just curious to see what you're talking about. But it sounds vegan. Um, let's see. R2, thank you again for your super chat tip there. Much appreciated. Check our Twitter at Ryan Lum or Happy Healthy Vegan for a shout out to opinion on wheat gluten as a main protein source. As a protein source, are you talking about just eating like food that has wheat gluten? Like say, like I just had some spaghetti for lunch that was made out of wheat gluten, I believe. Um, you look at like wheat on Chronometer. I didn't think it was the highest source of protein. I thought it was a more primarily carbohydrate, a high carb food. Um, what are you trying to do there? I wish I'd give you a better answer than that. I just need a little bit more um, background. What you're trying to do there? Are you taking a supplement like a powder that's made out of wheat gluten as a protein source? The thing is, when you're a vegan, a lot of people say, "What's your protein source?" And again, I like to say all plants have protein. So eat a diversity of plants. So if you're just eating wheat gluten, you're missing out on other foods that have different essential amino acids in different proportions than wheat gluten. I say eat a bunch of foods. And if you're really concerned about protein, there's tons of plant-based protein supplements out there. Ones for like weightlifters, which I've been taking just because they've been given to me, these powders, and ones that are just general supplements. So yeah, just eat a lot of different foods. Is what I practice myself. Eat a diversity of plants. I'm saying I've never met a protein deficient vegan yet. Let's see. I see lots of tips here for you too. So check that out. A lot of great advice here in the chat. Wow, 180 people watching right now. Thanks, guys. Awesome. This is awesome. I apologize for not having live streamed in quite a while. My bad. Just been busy. It's just been hard, just hard to get motivated with our. I told you this is the coldest February in Southern California since 1962. Since I've been alive, it snowed last week, not here, but in other parts on the flat part, not in the mountains, but in Southern California. It's been crazy. It's weird. Anyway, let's get back to it here. Cool, Miss Vegan. I'm glad you're agreeing. Lots of great info in the chat here. I see lots of good information. And then thanks to our moderators, Race Lover and Tracy, too, for weeding out the trolls and people that are not here to just learn or not learn, just participate in a cool experience. That's why I really think these live chats are. They're just cool experiences, yeah. Someone always has to like try to bring it down. So thanks to you guys, I really, the quality of my live streams has just gone up now that I've got a solid group of great moderators. So anyway, let's see what else is going on here. um Engage in civil discourse. We all remain happy. Well put there, Tracy. um let's see. Planner systems. Can you give us a shout out? And my coworkers and I are listening to you at work right now. Kudo, hey, Planner Systems. Hey, I'm glad we're rocking. I'm glad I'm rocking Planner Systems right now. Big shout out to you guys. And don't work too late, guys, unless it's a night shift that you guys are doing. Um, Kevin McD, why won't YouTube let you ask your question? You just asked that question, Kevin. So ask it again. Assuming you're not like using profanity or being rude, your question should come right through. So try it once again, Kevin, if you have an honest question. Oh, what kind of bass do I have? Um, let's see. My bass is actually probably my least expensive, least prestigious instrument I have here. About a year ago, I went crazy and kind of got rid of a lot of my instruments. Ones I just didn't need. I had a precision bass, a Fender P bass from made in Mexico from the early '90s. I just never got along with it. I suffered through it. I've made a few good recordings with it, but never had the tone I like. So I sold it. And I got this Squire vintage modified 70s jazz bass back here, Squire, but it's made well. It plays really, really, really good. It sounds really nice. So yeah, I'm pretty stoked with it. I haven't done too many recordings with it yet, but I'm gonna go down this jazz bass road right now. And yeah, I pretty much got it for free. Sold my P bass, got this for a little bit less. So yeah, I was trying to do just optimize like what I have, stuff that's not working, get rid of it, and if I get something better for free, so much the better. Yeah, I guess it's kind of a minimalist approach. Let's see. Where is it made? No, I don't even think it's made in Korea, Kevin. I think it was made in like like somewhere in Southeast Asia or something like that. Vietnam, Thailand, Malaysia, something like that, I believe. I'll check it out again. It's a more I know I had a Korean Squire Strat from the 90s, but I don't think they produce much there anymore. I think they moved to other Asian countries. Let's see. Vegan Marshall, great question. Are there paid meat shills on YouTube? Um, that's a good question. I've always wondered that, but I'll tell you this, and I'm not dissing Joe Rogan in any way, but when Dr. Joel Kahn went on to Rogan's podcast, as we all remember, he found out he texted it to me. I forgot the name of the company, but a certain meat company was one of Joe's, if not biggest, or one of his biggest, if not biggest sponsor of his podcast. So just ponder that for a second. If my biggest sponsor were a meat company, it would be hard to talk about veganism in a positive light on a regular basis, right? So just think of that for a second. And I'm sure things like that happen on a much smaller level as well, beyond just sponsoring a giant, a big grant to a podcast. Cool, Bradley. Okay, thanks. I'm glad you like that, my advice there. You take vitamin B12 and take 4 sprays a day. Is that enough? It's a 2 month supply. Wow. Just read what it says, the directions. Again, I don't want to give you medical advice there, Bradley, but I personally like what you're doing there, a sublingual B12 sprays, and I don't do it 4 times a day. It seems like you'll overdose, even though there's no such thing as a B12 overdose, as I understand it. It's water soluble, you pee it out and stuff, but sounds like a bit much. I probably use my B12 spray just once a day for like maybe 4 to 6 days a week, 4 or 5 days a week, and then my one of my milks, the one I drink most often, my almond milk, is fortified with B12 as well. One has one kind of B12, and the milk has the other. So I figure I'm getting both kinds of B12 on a daily basis. I'm cool, and my blood tests keep going up as I'm longer I've been vegan. I keep getting more ridiculously high B12 levels. So I think you're probably fine, Bradley. I would suggest getting a blood test, get a B12 test, and see where you stand. I was, again, let me just repeat this. If you're new to veganism, go get a blood test right now, because for all you know, you're deficient in something now. And if you get a blood test like later on down the road as you're vegan, you'll think, oh, it was veganism that caused me to be low in iron or whatever. I'm quitting vegan. No, the thing is, you got to know like a baseline where you're at right now or early in your vegan days. So if something turns out to be low, you'll know if your new vegan diet caused it or is it just something you had before. So anyway, I digress. Let me get back to your questions here. Um, Okay, let me try this. El vegano Cordobés. Did I do that right? El vegano Cordobés. Buenos noches, el vegano Cordobés. ¿Cómo está? Is that good? Oh, gracias. Cool. Um, Cobb. No, I have not seen that. Vegetarian climber who climbed El Capitan without a rope. Wow. On one hand, that sounds cool. Kudos. Other hand, like that's crazy. Yo hablo también un poquito, un poquito, because we live in Southern California, right by Mexico, you know. Let's see. Um, let's see. Flatlander, Montgomery. Your opinion on why we are mean to eat fruits and veggies, which are seasonal, is that we're also meant to live in climates where we're meant to eat fruits and veggies. Yeah. Are seasonal that we live in climates where they're always available. We live in cold climates because of technology. I think I get what you're saying there. Yeah, I mean, yeah, technology has allowed us to live in cold climates, and also technology has allowed us to live in these colder northern latitude climates, and also be able to eat plants year round. Unlike, say, human ancestors that lived during the glacial periods. They probably didn't have a lot of plant choices, but now, yeah, you can live in Greenland and have plants year round. In fact, I remember what was her name? Tara, 40 Below Fruities. She was living in Iceland for a while, working with Sea Shepherd. And I remember on Facebook, she was saying how she's finding better fruits there than she was at home in Canada. So it just shows you technology has enabled us to live in colder, higher latitude places and eat plants year round. Let's see. Zach, do I think different populations are better suited for different diets? I'm not sure what you mean by diets because I don't consider veganism or vegan eating a diet. I mean, anyone from anywhere in the world can eat a ton of plants. In fact, everywhere around the world, Look at the base foods of their cultures is plants. Yeah, sure, they put meat on a lot of the dishes too, but could easily remove the meat out, whether we're talking about Mexican food or you know, food from like Chinese food, Thai food, Indian food, you know, anything. You can just take the meat bits out because there's tons of plants. So yeah, people from all over the world can eat plants, totes. Yeah, Intrepid Hope, I feel the same thing. I love doing these live streams, I really do. I feel like I'm just hanging out with a bunch of people, which I am. I'm hanging out with a bunch of people. It's cool. Before I came on, I was just hanging out with Angie, and now I'm hanging out with a bunch of people. Let's see. So you're talking about, I've been following the John Venus situation. He created a new channel, Vegan by John. So he's back to calling himself vegan again. Cool. I didn't want to comment on it or anything like that. I think he just like, trying different ideas out on how to position himself. So, it seems silly if you're going to be vegan, if you are vegan, yet not want to call or identify yourself vegan. Just people know what vegan is. Just call yourself vegan. Live with it. Like I said, some of the vegan doctors don't like that label, but kudos, I said, to Dr. Garth Davis. Because when you say you're vegan, it means you're not in it just for the health, like the vegan doctors typically are. In it also because you believe it's wrong to kill and exploit animals needlessly for profit. And it's going vegan is probably the best decision you can make if we make it collectively enough people to better our environment. So I'm cool with it. Am I hungry all the time? Isabel asked. Well, on days where I've done a lot of exercise, like today, I'm hungry today. Yeah, toast. But all the time, no. What are my thoughts on the wave of ex-vegans? I don't want to get into the drama about that. Each one is probably a different case, so it's hard to comment on them all individually. If you want to talk about any one in particular, let me know. But yeah, John is diversifying. I guess that's what he's doing. But as long as he's not eating dead animals, I'm cool with it. I said I don't care. If he doesn't want to call himself vegan, cool. If he wants to call himself plant based, awesome. If he just wants to call himself John, that's cool too. Whatever. As long as you're not eating dead animals, and on top of that, sharing that you're not eating dead animals, that's awesome. That's vegan activism, like I said. Let's see. Um, all right, what else we talking about here? I see talk about keto cave people. What else is going on here? Um, let's see. Oh, thanks, smoothing. Thanks, man. That's what we try to do. Show people how fun, how easy, how just great it is to be vegan and inspire people. Because I'm inspired to be vegan. I want to share that inspiration. So that's our form of vegan activism. In addition to others, as you'll see, you're going to see some new stuff from us this year of how we do our vegan activism. I'll just leave it at that. There's going to be much more in the way of that, assuming things don't fall apart. I have plans in motion. Um, um, yeah, Vito. I don't want to say anything shady, but yeah, a lot of the ex-vegans were just not the most together people. I don't want to mention any names, but in addition to being vegan, you could have called them other stuff. You could have called them like urine drinkers or flat earthers or sun gazers or a bunch of other just kind of radical things. And they just happen to be vegan too. Just the reason I say that just points a pattern of just doing extreme, weird, trendy behaviors and stuff like that. So I don't do any of that crazy stuff. Jimmy Jam. What is up with Jimmy Jam here? Why do you come to a vegan chat and say you're going to Outback to get a big, juicy, bloody steak? If you dislike vegans or have something you want to say about veganism, say something intelligent. I don't know if that's a challenge for you, Jimmy Jam. Do you have something to say that, take that, vegans. I'm going to go get a steak. I mean, okay, if that's the best that you can offer in some kind of discussion or debate, I have compassion for you, Jimmy Jam. I truly do. You're going to go through life extremely challenged in many ways, intellectually, socially, you're just gonna have a rough life, and I have compassion for you, bro. So hopefully, maybe you can watch our channel here, like what I'm doing and how I'm interacting with her. When to get to see an example, maybe you've never seen a good example before of how to conduct yourself in a positive, rational manner, having an open-minded discussion. Maybe the best you can do right now is take that vegan. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see if he learns and does any better. um, yeah, Mohammed raises a good point. If you're gonna troll, at least be funny. If you're saying, "Oh, take that, I'm going out back," that's not funny. I just kind of like dumb or pointless. It's not funny. It's not entertaining in any way. Can you see me going on like a live chat of like carnivores and saying, "I'm gonna go eat some bananas right now. I'm gonna go eat some broccoli." You know what I mean? Like, how does that contribute anything to the discussion? Oh, cool, Bridge Krilla. Yeah, you don't have to be vegan or vegetarian to watch us and get something out of what we're talking about. We've always said we're all inclusive, and that's why we don't try to come off as like some hoity-toity, like self-righteous vegans. If you're not like us, you're a bad person and blah blah blah. It's like I understand it. I didn't go vegan overnight. It took me a few decades to go vegan, so I know what it's like. Just means if you're just the fact that you're watching, you're interested, and that's all it takes. Other people, like say Piers Morgan would never watch this, because he has no interest whatsoever in changing his sad ways. Oh yeah, Christy. I'm very glad Vegan Gains got his channel back. Again, I'm not in a drama. His channel went down. I saw a bunch of YouTubers make videos about it. And Vegan Gains knows I support him. I don't have to make a video about it. I support him in the sense I want people to be able to say what they say on YouTube and not get taken down because of the BS way that he got 3 strikes in a short period of time. As he pointed out in his video, if you got 3 strikes over like a year separated by many months, you're cool. But if you get them all in the same month, you're taken down. So it's arbitrary. Considering people can go and strike old videos from the past once you've completely forgotten about it. If YouTube's gonna have a policy like that of strikes and you're down, it should be a policy that makes sense, logical sense, and be fair. And he just totally like showed how it wasn't the case. So yeah, he should be on air. I mean, yeah, of course. I'm glad he's back. Let's see what else we guys talking about. But yeah, that's why I didn't make a video about that. I just didn't want to get involved in the drama. Oh, I didn't finish my sentence. I was going to say, and I've seen every time when I've seen a channel get down, I can't think of any exception. I've always seen their channel back up, usually in a matter of a week, 2 weeks tops. So I knew by the time I got around to making a video, editing it, and releasing it, this channel would probably be up, and I was right. Hey, Linda, Lakers fan. Again, thanks for the super chat tip there. Thanks a lot. You didn't tell me. Maybe I missed it. What was your thoughts about the Lakers this season? I'll look down. Maybe I lost it there. Ryan Flat Earth. Ryan, no, not Flat Earth. No, I'm not Flat Earther. I'm not a urine drinker. I'm not a sun gazer and breatharian and all this other crazy stuff that a certain recent former vegan was into. No, none of that. No. Veganism has nothing to do with breatharianism and fasting for 35 days and drinking your urine for 2 years. Nothing to do with that. Nothing. Those are just being extreme and irrational. Now, I'm not mentioning any names, Bob. I don't want to say who that is. I'm sure there's a bunch of other vegans out there that quit recently that did urine for 2 years and sun gazed and stuff. Yeah. Who is my favorite guitarist? Soothing. I don't know, man. I mean, there's like the famous ones, like say, like David Gilmour, um, Jimmy Page, Jerry Garcia, even more recent guys like John Mayer, less famous guys like Doyle Bramhall II, and big ones like Stevie Ray Vaughan, Jimi Hendrix. But then the guys I like too that don't shred like that, like the Cocteau Twins, Robin Guthrie. I like the way he gets a ton of atmosphere on his guitar. So Slow Dive, like Neil Halstead's a great guitarist. In that kind of style and texture too. So I got jazz guitars too. I like all types. If someone's emotive and plays it well, I don't care what the genre is. Seriously. Um, what else you guys talking about? My opinion on water fast for healing purposes. Again, that's not my thing. I don't. I've never had a need to heal. But I mean, yeah, I'm heal from a water fast. I've had to heal, obviously, but I never saw it like, oh, I hurt myself. I hurt my elbow on the basketball court. I'm gonna water fast for 30 days. That's what I'm saying. Or I caught a cold. I need to water fast for 30 days. No. But anyway, if you do need to water fast, do it with a supervised medical professional. True North here in California. Dr. Clapper, you've probably seen him on some of the videos. He's in What the Hell? Anyway, choking on something there. Do it supervised. Just don't do it on your own and think you know what you're doing. It's really dangerous if you don't know what you're doing. People have died on water fast. Uh, uh, let's see. Thoughts on pot? Pot should, if alcohol is legal, weed should be legal too. I mean, why, I don't understand why in some states and countries it's totally fine to go to the bar, get shit faced, smashed, drunk, go out and get rowdy and piss on things. That's cool. That's legal. You're not going to go to jail for 20 years. But you smoke a joint, listen to some jazz music, and the cops stop you, you can go to jail. That makes absolutely no friggin' sense. Yeah, I'm pro weed. Yes, definitely. Do I smoke weed? Yeah, I've smoked weed before for sure. You know, I'm not some kind of straight edge or anything like that. Do I smoke weed often? No, but yeah, I hate when people say, "Hey, you guys are a bunch of stoners." Like, what? We're not high when we make our videos or anything like that. Even though because I have long hair and have a Pink Floyd shirt on doesn't mean I'm a stoner or anything like that. Just means I like Pink Floyd and I have hair for my age. Anyway, but yeah, if you want to smoke weed, that's fine. If you don't want to smoke weed, that's fine. I just don't think there should be laws that send people to prison, long-term prison sentences, for smoking weed. Let's see. Any veg festivals coming up? Yeah, LA Veg Fest is coming up. That's the one in the Valley here in SoCal. When is it? Like April or May, something like that. Eat Drink Vegan is a little bit after that too. So yeah, it's kind of vegan festival season coming up. You like my California accent? No, it's a Keanu Reeves accent, right? No, just kidding. Yeah, Canada's pretty progressive on weed legalization, and most states now are on board, like California. Um, let's see, seven. I just told you about my opinion on water fasting for healing purposes. Contact a professional, like True North here in California. Don't do it unsupervised. You don't know what you're doing, most likely. But me personally, no, I've never done it, and I don't plan to ever water fast. You've seen what happens, on some of these people that quit vegan recently have done some extreme water fasting. Let's see. Not saying all water fasting is bad. I'm just saying they were doing it not in a medical way. They're doing some extreme water fasting on their own by themselves. Have I ever been to Canada, Bob? No, I would love to go to Canada sometime. Probably West Coast though, like British Columbia. Not to say I'm opposed to going to Toronto or anything like that. Let's see. You still ride that old bike? Well, I have a couple bikes. I haven't done any riding this year. It's been too freaking cold, basically. I mean, yeah, there's been a few sunny, warm days, but I don't like to go out in the cold. I don't have those sleeves and everything that people have, expensive jerseys like that. My biking clothes is optimized for summer weather. So when the weather gets a little bit better, yeah, I want to get out and do more riding. It's just good to do too. After like say playing basketball the next day, your legs might be a little thrashed from all the jumping and stuff. Riding a bike's a better, like low, no impact kind of way to get out and just, move the body for a little bit. So yeah, I will do more cycling and running once the weather turns here. Um, yeah, it's been really freezing, man. It's said this is the coldest Southern California February since I have been alive. It has sucked here for SoCal. Usually I'm making videos about the sun. Ooh, look at me. Not this year, guys. Look at me. I'm all like bundled up here. Let's see. Dave Mustaine's a vegan. Wait, who's Dave Mustaine? Is that Metallica? I forgot. Educate me. Whatever, visit North Korea for free. Probably not. I've heard how some Americans have been treated there. I heard Dennis Rodman got treated like royalty there, but it's because he's part of the original the 1980s Bulls, which Kim Jong Un's really into. Megadeth. Okay, thanks. Um, Let's see. Yeah, I'm sure Tubby love British Columbia. I've been wanting to go to Vancouver and Victoria for a long time. Just I just haven't had it happen yet. Um, hey, vegan Corey. Yeah, you hope that Cory Booker wins the election, like you said before, because he is vegan, just like we are. Yeah, I really don't think he's. I don't wanna get into to politics. I'm just thinking. I don't think he's going to win. I'm just projecting. I'm guessing here. Um, I don't think he's going to win the Democratic nomination. There's just so many people running for 2020. What are there, like 15, 20 legit candidates right now? We'll see what happens, though. I think Bernie Sanders has a good shot this time if they it's if the popular will gets through there. Bradley, thoughts on the New York Yankees? Hey, I don't know anything about baseball. I know they're a baseball team. I just kind of sort of loosely follow the sports that I personally play or have played, like surfing, tennis, basketball, cycling, running a little bit. So yeah, if I don't play, I really don't follow it. I don't watch. I try not to watch too much sports. I just kind of limit it to what I do. So are they any good right now? I have no idea. I have no idea who won the World Series last year or anything like that. So it's my bad on baseball. Hope you can accept my apology on that. But yeah, I do know who won the NBA Finals though. Let's see. NBA MVP this year. Probably going to be James Harden again, just because he's going on such a sick scoring spree. I forgot how many games it was, like 30 plus games where he scored 30 points. Pretty sick, pretty sick numbers there. Um, I haven't seen what Kevin Durant's stats are. He's always doing really good too, but it's probably gonna be Harden. He's creating a lot of buzz. Am I a hockey fan? Again, vegan Corey, unless I play the sport or have played it in my past, I'm probably not watching it at all. So I know nothing about like how the LA Kings are doing, who went to the Stanley Cup, is that what it's called last season? I have no clue. Again, it's not that I dislike the sport, just life is, time is precious. And I just kind of like, I try not to watch too much sports. And if I do, it's a sport I understand pretty well. I really don't understand hockey. I don't understand what all the lines and circles and stuff mean. Um, do I bench press as Vito? Yeah, I do. I incorporate that into my training. I went to the gym today, and I actually had I after I warmed up on the basketball court. I had like an upper body day, mostly a shoulder kind of day. I usually don't do that. I usually have more work out more of my legs, but today I did upper body, and instead of doing any bench presses, I was on the shoulder dip machine. The bars where you push up and down, just hitting the chest differently. So yeah, using my body weight, and yeah, I just did a bunch of sets, a ridiculous amount, like maybe 9 or 10 sets on that thing. Um, let's see. What's my favorite post gym high protein meal? Again, I come back, make my fruit smoothie, and I'll just pour in like a scoop or half a scoop, usually, of just some like a protein supplement powder that I got, from some like weightlifting company that I'll meet them at the vegan festivals. I forgot what this one's called. It uses. You guys can Google it if I'm really digging it. In fact, I might contact them now. I got it from them last year in October, and I'm finally working my way to theirs now. I really like it. It has something called lentine. It's some kind of aquatically grown lentils. And so it's got tons of protein from that. It's got some omega 3s in there. So you can Google it. Lentine. I forgot the name of the company. Yeah, if you guys are watching, I like your stuff there. It's pretty cool. Yeah, all organic, non GMO, made in America. So I might see if they want to work with me a little bit more to maybe supply me during my weight training here. I'm not sure if I need it or not, but I just put in my smoothie just for the heck of it. Ryan, get a vegan tattoo. Great point there, Joseph. I figured if I made it to my age, 51, tattooless, I'm cool with that. I kind of like that. Most people haven't, so I'm just gonna try to ride out the rest of my days without getting a tattoo. But that being said, I'm not against tattoos. I appreciate a beautiful or a cool tattoo. But I don't know. I kind of like my nice skin. My lightly tanned, silky smooth skin. So I might just keep it like that. Tattooless is the new tattoo, huh? Yeah, it kind of is sarcastic demon. Um, Mega vegan, come to Austin, Texas in June. Love to. We can chuckle at the KetoCon people. I'd just love to come visit Austin. I've been wanting to go there since the 90s when it first started getting a big buzz and before it exploded into what it is now. And Nadamu's based out there. They got their scoop shop. I'm going to see those girls next week and all of them too. Nadamu's coming out to Natural Products Expo here in Anaheim next week. So that'll be cool. Look for some photos and hanging out there. Higher, highest vibrations. Cool name there, man. Again, thanks for your super chat tip there. Look at our Twitter at Ryan Lum, Happy Healthy Vegan for a shout out to you there for your tip there. Anyway, any advice for a raw vegan with the flu? Wow, there's nothing. There's no medical solution or a nutritional solution that I know of for the flu. I mean, we've had flus as vegans, and you just have to ride it out, man. So just eat what you can. That's what I'll say to you. I know it can be hard. I remember when Angie had the flu, she was vomiting, so it's hard to keep the food down. Just eat what you can. Stay hydrated, man. That's the biggest thing. If you're vomiting and blowing your nose, you're losing a lot of your fluids. So stay hydrate more than you would think you would need to. So yeah, eat what you can. But I don't think there's any way to get rid of it. Or else there'd be a cure for the flu or the cold. Yeah, but as Tracy points out, drink tons of your smoothies, tons of water, but do not in any circumstance drink your urine or the urine of another person. That's not going to help you, and it'll probably make it worse. And you might end up quitting vegan because you're going to screw up your microbiome after drinking urine for 2 years. So no urine drinking, just lots of water, and some smoothies and stuff too. So that's my tips. Um, What am I jamming on that bass? I'm not a big bass player, but last time I was playing the bass a couple nights ago, I was rocking Duran Duran, New Religion. If you don't know that song, check it out. It's got a friggin' awesome bass line. John Taylor, it's cool. So check it out, Duran Duran, New Religion. Um, I usually play my own stuff though. I usually use it for recording and stuff. But yeah, sometimes I'll just have some fun, just go throw some weird lines down on the bass. Another night, a few nights ago, I was playing the bass line to Travis Scott, Astro Thunder. If you guys are Travis Scott fans, I was figuring out the bass line for Astro Thunder, figuring out the bass line and figuring out John Mayer's guitar part. Pretty cool stuff, actually. Really, really cool song. Cool album, by the way, too. But you guys probably wouldn't think I know much about that, and I don't. But yeah, some cool songs on the Astro World, whatever the album is, and Astro Thunder, the song. Yeah, John Taylor is one of the greats, very underrated bass player. Really just smooth, awesome bass player. He's got some killer bass lines. Um, Now I'm not going to play any bass right now. I'd have to plug it in and get everything set up. I'll probably lose half you guys as I'm doing that. Um, let's see. Um, what do you mean cooking food mutates nutrients? That sounds like some again, I've done raw. I eat raw a lot. My breakfasts are pretty much raw with all my smoothies, but I don't buy into this cooked food mutates nutrients, blah blah blah. If that were true, we should be dead. We meaning all people who have food that has mutated nutrients. We should be sick and dead, and there's no evidence whatsoever that whole food plant-based vegans are like sicker than raw food vegans. In fact, people who eat like we do have been shown by multiple studies to be some of the have the healthiest lifestyles, healthiest results. So don't say that. If you're into raw, that's cool. I was raw for a bit too, but don't spread any misinformation. I'm really against that. Cooking food doesn't mutate nutrients and make you sick or anything like that. Let's see. Um, Was I vegetarian before vegan? Yeah, Reverend, watch our video that we put out last week. Me and Angie put out a video like, why are we still vegan? Responding to all these why I'm quitting vegan people. Angie and I sitting down in this room talking about why we went vegan, how we went vegan. Yeah, first, we were both vegetarian. I'm not going to tell you why. Watch the video because it's kind of a long answer. So watch the video from last week. You'll see me and Angie, I think, on the thumbnail with doing V signs and stuff like that, why we're still vegan. Check that out. Cool. I'm glad you like that, Tracy. Yeah, it was a video we needed to make, for many reasons. A lot of you guys are new viewers, don't know why we went vegan, how long were we vegan, what were we eating before we went vegan. So I think it was a good video to make. And just to show how, after being Angie being pretty much vegetarian and vegan since the 1980s, she's not like screwed up her microbiome and losing her hair or losing her energy. She does push-ups. She's not getting any of these dumb problems, and neither am I. Because we're doing a sensible vegan diet, pretty much whole food plant-based diet with some little goodies here and there. We're not like drinking piss and stuff like that. That's why we had to make show people if you just do veganism, you know, a sensible way, you'll probably have some good results in the long term. Oh, thanks. Produce, not pills. Yeah, Angie's story. Yeah, that's her real story there. It's authentic to her situation for sure. Thoughts on Steve-O? He's vegan, right? Cool. I don't know if he's done anything in the news lately. Hopefully, I say, cool. Yeah, did you hear he got arrested for child porn? Hopefully, nothing like that happened. Um, Cool. Vixie Pixie, vegan overnight after watching Earthlings 4 years ago. Awesome. That happens to people too. Overnight vegan, everyone's got their own timetable, their own way of coming to vegan. That's why I respect people on all parts of their vegan journey. Like I said, if you're here, not vegan or vegetarian, but just interested in what we're saying, cool. That's what's all about. Hearing some true information because there's so much misinformation out there. Oh, I'm quitting vegan because I can't do push-ups anymore and I can't recover and my urine's drinking and all. It's like you got to hear some real information from people who are not doing crazy stuff, extreme stuff, I should say. Getting real results. Look at us both 51. We're both still healthy. We're not like screwed up and sick or anything like that. Yes, you can see if you go vegan too, you'll get a nice glow around your head. See, I got this nice glow. It's really cool. See, look at that. It's the light emanating from my being, my crown chakra basically emanates that light, from eating so many plants. Just kidding. Um, yeah, I saw that parody race lever about ex vegans. Yeah, he nailed it. Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, it's funny. These ridiculous reasons for not being vegan. So ridiculous. Ah, man, I guess I'm not gonna make a video about Tim, but I gotta say it again. 2 years of drinking yours and other people's urine, and it's been shown to cause gut bacteria problems. And lo and behold, he had a gut bacteria problem, but he blames it on eating plants, not drinking urine for 2 years. Like, oh my God, oh, it's so annoying. So freaking annoying. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Do we still avoid eating onions? Good question, Jane. We're gonna make a video. What do you guys think about this? We've made some videos in the past. I think the most recent one was like 2 or 3 years ago. Why no onions or garlic for us? Would you guys be interested in it? Because yeah, Angie and I mentioned it. She mentioned it in her vlog from yesterday. Watch her vlog with Sonia Elsie and Veggie Pilot, filmed around Long Beach. Anyway, we dropped it yesterday, and she made a comment about no garlic, and a lot of people freaked out. And I figured a lot of you guys are new to our channel, new meaning you haven't been around for like 3 years, haven't seen our old videos. Would you like to see our video on onions and garlic? Let me see what you guys say. Let's see. Reva, okay. A yes there. Okay. What's this, Josh? Are vegans lose your teeth too? What the hell? um, Okay, we'll make a video. We'll make a video. We're talking about, I'll tell her you guys are cool. We'll make a video. What's our position on onions and garlic and why? How it works for us. We'll tell you all about that. Vegans lose their teeth. Oh, that was one of the things. Vegans lose their teeth. Well, I'm older than all these vegans who quit. I quit vegans. Those guys, I'm older than all of them. Same with Angie. And guess what? We didn't lose our teeth. Look at right here. All these freaking teeth here. I will full disclosure, I did have a tooth extracted, my back molar here about I think it was in 2015. I got this back molar extracted because the gum had receded too far down, but that wasn't because of veganism. That was from literally decades, several decades of not like treating my gums right. And I have a certain kind of condition that makes me more susceptible to bacteria getting in my pockets, the gum pockets. So anyway, my dentist explained to me, I have a really intelligent dentist who tells you like what it is, not bull crap. And you said, no, this started probably in my 20s, so it had nothing to do with going vegan, except for one tooth that, how many 51-year-olds, that have just all their teeth but one. So anyway, yeah, we're not losing our teeth. I don't get any extra cavities as a vegan as opposed to non-vegan. It's just complete nonsense. If you're getting cavities, you're probably not brushing your friggin' teeth. I know this for a fact because um, smoothies, the tons of liquid carbohydrate and eating dates that get stuck in your gums. And I know a lot of these fruitarian people like Tim, I'm not bagging on fruitarian, but ones that think they want to be like living like an animal, like an ape in the wild. Excuse me, I'm not trying to offend fruitarians. I'm just talking about Tim here. He tries to pretend he's like living this wild existence and not brush their teeth because it's not natural. Well, you got to brush your teeth because especially if you have gum pockets like I have, little gum pockets. The carbohydrate gets in there and the bacteria feed off. That's their food. So you got to brush your teeth. You just can't let it linger and coat your mouth all day like a natural man. A natural man wouldn't have a big blended smoothie in the first place. So brush your freaking teeth. I think a lot of these people that were having dental issues were not practicing dental hygiene. Go figure. I don't care what diet you're on. It doesn't matter. You got to still do some basic things. I brush, I floss, I use an oral hydrator, oral water pick thing, like once every day or two. I floss every night, I brush several times a day, and I don't get cavities. I don't lose my teeth. Go figure, huh? Anyway, yes, brush your teeth, people. Vixie Pixie agrees. Brush your freaking teeth. Just because we're vegan, just because we're eating a bunch of fruit or whatever, doesn't make you superhuman. You can still get sick. You can still get a disease. You still can get tooth decay. You can still have your gums recede. You can get a heart attack. It doesn't mean you're superhuman or anything. So don't be overly confident about the powers of the vegan diet. It's powerful, but it doesn't make you superhuman. Okay, so a natural vegan had teeth problems. Yeah, anyone can have teeth problems. Doesn't mean it's a vegan caused thing. I'm getting all these things that happen. To all these much younger vegans than me. Why isn't it not? Are these problems not happening to me? I'm older. I should be falling apart. This is when people's lives start falling apart health wise. Not when you're like 27. Let's see. So what else is going on in the chat here? Thanks, Riva. We try, I was playing basketball last week with someone, and it took him a while. Like, he said, "Hey, you're you're older, aren't you?" And I said, "Why do you ask?" Like he said, "Because you move so well." I'm defending him really tight. He's a really good player, by the way. He says, "You move really well. Like, how old are you?" Like he thought I was like maybe late 30s, early 40s at best. I told him 51. It kind of blew his mind, and he just looked at me like, "Whoa, you're lying with me." I said, "No, I just work really hard. I eat really well, and I work at it. I work to maintain a body that's agile and fast, and strong for basketball, not strong for like weightlifting competitions. But yeah, I work hard. Hot bod, thanks. It's getting hotter. It's getting better. Angie's appreciating all the swole gains that have been going on. Um, Jorge, how much do I bench press? Well, it depends. If I'm, I haven't been lifting for strength, meaning fewer but heavier reps. I've been doing more for muscle mass lately. So I'm doing lighter weights, higher repetitions. But I always do dumbbell bench presses. I don't like barbell bench presses. And everything I've read, dumbbell bench presses are great for gains. That being said, I've been today at the gym. I was doing the bar, the chest dip thing. So I was doing a bunch of sets of those. But yeah, last time when I was like lifting heavier weights, then for me heavy's relative. Remember, I'm not trying to look like John Venus. I just want to be a strong, fit basketball player at age 51. So I was doing I think I showed it in one of my vlogs, I believe, one of my how I trained today. I was doing 60-pound in each hand dumbbells, maybe like 4 or 5 reps or something like that, 60-pound dumbbells. I probably could go higher. I don't know what my 1 rep max is. Maybe 65 or 70. I have no clue. I don't want to hurt myself or anything like that. I'm just trying to just get stronger for basketball. But yeah, when I do my what I've been doing lately is like backing it down to like maybe 45 pounds and doing like 10 reps and doing like 5 sets of that, just trying to just really work the muscle for more time under tension for you lifters out there, rather than just trying to just do a few reps of a higher weight. You like high reps also, yeah. I have no big ego when I go there. I'm not trying to like lift the heaviest weight or anything. I'm just trying to just get more, more strength for basketball. And it just feels good too after kind of like not going to the gym for so many years when I was into running so hardcore. It's kind of cool to build my body up from scratch. I got rid of all this fat and stuff like that, and now I just have my body there, and I'm just kind of building it back up, and it's fun. It's cool. It's a whole new way of experiencing fitness. Not to say I don't run anymore, but it's just different. It's just different way of looking at things. Um, Jerem bone sauce. Do I ever miss vegetarian slash meat foods besides it being from animals? No, no, not so, none whatsoever. I never have any cravings. A lot of people think it must be tough resisting cravings. No, animal foods repulse me. They really truly sicken me, both on a physical and just kind of moral, intellectual level. If I were to miss something, it's like, okay, I'll go get a Beyond Burger if I need a burger or something like that. No one needs a burger, but yeah, if I crave a burger, I'm not thinking of like Arby's. No, that's not even burgers. Like In-N-Out Burger. I'm thinking of, oh, Beyond Burger sounds fun tonight. Let's go out with the guys, go to the bar or Veggie Grill and get Beyond Burger. So no, that's it. Um, yeah, Jamie, I like dumbbells too. Yeah, avoid imbalance or favoritism. Yeah, each arm is doing its work. I love dumbbells. Yeah, I do dumbbell bench presses when I'm doing that today. I was doing dumbbell bicep curls and lat raises with the dumbbells. Again, doing 5 sets of those, and also yeah, doing pull-ups and overhead press with a barbell. After all of this is after playing basketball for about 30 minutes. It's kind of a light day. I've been kind of like a little fighting a cold for the past few days, so I just kind of took it easy and feeling better today. I went out and just had a nice light workout today. Um, Why are some vegans obese? Great question. They could have been obese before they were vegan, right? I mean, and not everyone just loses weight immediately on a vegan diet, but a lot of people have. Remember Tracy was telling me their stories about how her and her husband both lost a lot of weight eating vegan. I asked, "Well, were you guys like eating less? Were you like restricting calories?" And you guys said no, right? And so, some people lose weight effortlessly on a vegan diet, and others have more trouble. But yeah, and as Tracy points out, being vegan doesn't necessarily mean a healthy diet. You could eat a junk food diet, and that could be why you're not losing weight. I'm not saying that's what you're doing. I'm just saying a person in general. Many variables, and I also like to point out the role of movement, some kind of exercise. You don't have to go and run like 13 miles like I was doing all the time for fun. You can just go out and walk around the block if that's hard for you. Just get your body moving. Once you've got that, run around the block or ride your bike or go to the gym, do a yoga class or something. Just get out and move. Just get out and move the body and eat as many whole food plants as you can, and then see what kind of gains you get, or losses is actually what you're looking for, huh? Let's see. Um, is Angie in here? Is Angie in the chat? Let me see. What are you saying? Acknowledge Angie. Let's see. Is Angie been in here? Oh, there's Angie. Hey, Angie, I didn't see you. My bad. It's tough, man. 169 people. I didn't see you. There you go. You've been here for 20 minutes. Oh my God. I had no idea. It shows you how great I am of just spotting things in there. My bad. My bad. I guess you know what happened, Angie. I saw you're a moderator, so I see the purple type because you're in purple as a moderator, at least on my end. And I just assumed I saw Tracy or Race Lever. I didn't even bother to look at the name or the face associated with the name. So my bad. My bad. Yeah, it's just being really efficient. I just see the purple. I think moderator. I wasn't thinking, oh, Angie might be in there. I'm just being really efficient, which I have to do with 175 people on right now. Just being really efficient. So cool. I'm glad she answered your question there, Todd. Oh my God. I feel like such a space case right now. Oh man. Anyway, let's see what other questions you guys got going here. Yeah, Angie comes in sometimes. She has she's editing a video tonight, and she said, "All right." She said she's going to edit a video. I said, Cool. Finish that video. I'm going to go do a live stream. I haven't done a live stream in a while, so this is one way we get two things done at once. She's getting a video up for tomorrow, or the next day, and I'm sitting here chatting with all you guys since I haven't chatted with you for like what 2 3 weeks now. My bad, totally. So anyway, let's see. Steve-O's gone back to eating meat. So that's what I said. I hope it's cool to give him a shot, unless he's done something really dumb, like I said. I've made some crazy hypothetical example. I never, for the life of me, thought it would be eating meat. Why would he go back to that for? Did he, was he drinking urine too or something? Like what's up with that? Have I watched the YouTube dunk contest thing? No, I haven't seen that. No, what's that all about? Yeah, I'm not going to enter that. No way. um, Zenith brings a good point. Yeah, if your thyroid's not working as good as it can be, yeah, you that can affect your ability to lose weight. Okay, so Rava says Steve-O is getting paid by the egg industry. Really? How does the egg industry approach a vegan? That takes some balls, really. The egg industry thought it'd be a great idea to go find a vegan and pay them off. Really? Is that what was going on? I don't know. I have to do the research on it. I'm going, if that's true, that is just bold. And if that's true, that just shows you, yeah, there's something up. There's something going on out there with the meat industry quietly behind the scenes paying people to not be vegan anymore. Wow. How often do I surf? I haven't surfed in a year. Seriously. I want to go back and get out there more. I just haven't, you know. I'll probably go back out again when the waves get smaller again. It's pretty big right now in the winter. I don't like big waves. I'm a longboarder. You don't need like 10-foot waves to have a good day on a longboard. Just give me some perfect 2.5-foot waves, and then I'll have the biggest smile on my face you've ever seen. Oh yeah, Angie points out a good point. Story. We did a video a few years ago how the egg industry paid off all these not only mom bloggers but like fitness bloggers. They gave them talking points, what to say about all these great nutritional benefits of eggs, and I guess they can say that because it's not connected with receiving government funding from the egg or dairy board, so they can say whatever they want. Eggs are great. They're great for moms to pack a protein packed snack for the kids. All this nonsense. Like, just give them some food. You don't have to give them cholesterol to get protein. Um, oh, cool. Race lover. I didn't see what you're responding to there. Yes, but yeah, Pythagoras, supposedly, yeah. Vegan or vegetarians back in ancient Greece. So, yeah. All right. What else you guys talking about here? Um, so anyway, yeah. Any particular questions? I don't think I got any good anti-vegans to like try to convince me to not go vegan. Um, unless they were just too trolly and you moderators got rid of them all. But yeah, anything else you guys want to talk about? I've been on a while. I don't want to keep everyone on here too long. Like Tracy, I know you got school and stuff tomorrow, so I don't want to keep you guys on here too late. So we'll do a little bit more. Then I guess I should join forces back up with Angie. Oh, cool. Angie linked to that video that we were referring to, where the egg industry documents found the egg industry giving talking points to all these bloggers and vloggers to promote the how great eggs are for your children. Yeah, so check that out. Angie just put the link in there. Um, Learning about the egg industry has made you go vegan. All right, Brandy, awesome. Yeah, the egg industry. Yeah, yeah, not a good one. um, cool, Tracy. I'm glad this live stream has been an antidote to a crappy day for you. Cool. Sorry you had a crappy day though. Um, okay. What else? All right, cool, Bob. Thanks for joining in today, Bob. Right on. Um, Francois wants to know, how can I get my mom who eats veggies and fruit to smell eat healthier? Any suggestions? I am worried she's going to get cancer or something because she eats a lot of meat. Oh man. Maybe sit down with her one night, kind of Netflix it, what the health? You might want to show her that, show her what kinds of health problems arise if you eat too much animal products, too many animal products. And conversely, what happens if you eat a bunch of plants instead? And if she doesn't like fruits and veggies, give her other stuff. Give her starches. Give her the grains. You know, there's lots of ways. And maybe sprinkle some spinach on top of the rice and potatoes, stuff like that. But um, let her know you're concerned about her. You have nothing but love. You're not trying to preach or anything. You really just tell her, Mom, hey, I want to live. I want you to live a long time so I can share life with you into the future and grandkids and all that stuff. You know, just try to make the point that it'd be beneficial for your mom to be healthy and around for quite a long time rather than having some kind of shortened life from animal products. Not to say it happens if you eat animal products you're going to die shorter. It's just all about risk factors, right? People say, my great grandfather, smoked a 12 pack every day and had bacon every day and blah, blah, blah. I go, great. That doesn't disprove anything. It's all about probability. If you've studied statistics, probability theory, one exception doesn't disprove anything. Say you flip a coin 10 times in a row and you got heads every time. You didn't just destroy the laws of probability. It's still a 50-50 chance that your next flip will be heads or tails. It's all about odds and probability. Um, All right, Angie's going back to editing. So say goodbye to Angie, who's in editing mayhem right now. Hopefully, she'll have some energy. She's talking about making us a rad soup for tonight. That'll be killer. So thanks, Angie, and I again apologize for being a spaceman and not seeing you. What do you think about a vegan future? Is that what you want? That sounds pretty awesome. What do you think about that? My name Jacob. That would be rad. A vegan future. That would be really good for that would be good for the meat and dairy industries. Obviously, it would change that up, obviously, but it'd be great for so many other animals and humans on this planet. It'd be a boosting other industries. It'd be a win for animals not needing being exploited just so we can slice them up so humans could have a stupid burger or sandwich or something. So yeah, sounds pretty awesome to me. Um, Truth asks, how do I deal with non-vegan family when slash if they tease you and joke about killing more animals out of spite? I'll say, like, why are you? What about me not eating animals makes you so insecure that you have to say something as ridiculous as that? I'm just trying to live a life where I don't kill animals for food needlessly because we don't need to eat animals for food. You can, or else I'd be dead right now, right after 8.5 years. So why does that offend you so much? Why does that threaten you that you have to say something so ridiculous like that? What about veganism threatens you? Because I know that's what just tell them. I know it has nothing to do with me. It has everything to do with issues that are triggered. So that's what's up. It's about them. It's not you. So it's sad to say that it's hard to change people, and maybe you can help see what their issues are. Um, Pi Alpha 100 never had iodine measured. From I don't, I'm not. I'll tell you right now, flat out, I'm not an expert in iodine. I've never done a video on iodine. I just know a little bit about it. From what I understand, it's in seaweed, and we'll have seaweed on food from time to time, like dulse and stuff like that. So I'm probably getting some there, but yeah, I don't even know how to get an iodine blood test, to be honest with you. And I'd be curious to see what iodine levels are in vegans versus non-vegans. I'm sure most people aren't eating like great diets, so I wonder what your non-vegans are doing. Any thoughts on the Vegan Gains and John Venus drama? Well, Vegan Gains, I thought he's cool now, right? His channel's back, everything's fine, right? John Venus, I thought he realized he should not stop calling himself vegan. Am I missing out? I haven't been watching a lot of vegan YouTube lately, so maybe you can correct me there. What about wild honey? If that's the worst thing you're doing as a vegan, I'm not going to like shame you or anything like that. I would just suggest or ask you why honey for. Are you using it as a sweetener? If so, have you tried the many plant-based sweeteners like maple syrup, agave, just to name a few right there? You can get like date sweeteners, all sorts of sweeteners. So, what is it? Why honey? Have you tried the other ones? Because at least the other ones don't involve like taking the stuff from the bees and stuff like that, you know. So, but again, if that's the best you can do, awesome. You're gonna help save the animals, save the planet. Cool. If everyone was a honey vegan, it'd be a lot better world than we have now. Infinitely better. Yeah, Vegan Gains did do a video on John Venus. I did see that maybe like 4, 5, 6 days ago or so. That's not Chris, or that's I don't want to recommend types of honey. I'm just saying, let's just see if you can find something, another sweetener other than honey. That's what I'm saying. Look at other sweeteners. Why choose a sweetener that has that kind of like, I don't know if cruelty is the right word, but the bees are being exploited in a sense, so why not just find a different sweetener? Yeah, agave is my favorite one. I put that in my oatmeal religiously. I put it on oats all the friggin' time. Yeah, Tracy's got a great example there. Coconut nectar. Let's see. Let's see. Jaron Bonesaw. Any vegan products you are against for ethical reasons, like packaged food ones. You know, I know some hardcore vegans are against some companies for some reasons. Maybe like I've never been a big fan of Daya actually, but they got bought out by a big like multinational corporation that's not fully vegan. I'm not going to be that hardcore. As long as they're making vegan products for people to buy and eat instead of animal products, I'm okay with that. Sure, I prefer they were fully vegan owned, but most things aren't. Like, say we go to the market, you buy your vegan food. It's not a fully vegan market, right? It's so I'm saying it's hard to expect this high level of perfection and criticize others when we're probably doing the same thing, sort of. I'm just trying to promote this kind of non-judgmental type of veganism. Yeah, sure, be socially aware, have your social consciousness, but don't get too caught up in that. Don't get caught up in perfection like some of these former vegans. People concerned about purity, like Tim Sheaf, eating this purely clean diet with no pollution in the air, cleansing out from fasting, getting all the toxins out from that super clean raw food diet he was doing, all this stuff. Don't worry about perfection, purity, stuff like that. You're going to get caught up and get a little, not say you will, but there's a good chance you might just kind of lose your way and maybe you'll be making a why I'm not vegan video anymore. Cool. I see some suggestions there. Like Riva's giving some tips there. Angie knows about like vegan beauty products too and stuff. But let's see. Oh, Brandy, that's sad to hear your Starbucks story there. I have compassion for you. That must be really just bummer to see that on a daily basis. Um, BW, hunting is important. Well, yeah, it's important for the animal because it's got to get away because some batshit crazy um testosterone fueled dude feels like he has to kill it in order to feel like a man, right? It is important. It's important for the animals to not be there. Unfortunately, they have no idea what kind of mayhem is awaiting them. So yeah, killing for fun. What kind of sickness is that? Killing for fun. Think about that. I like to What do you do for fun? I like bowling, collecting comic books, and going out in nature and killing crap for fun. That like what could be more barbaric than that? Clogged artery carne, yeah, PETA. I know a lot of vegans are kind of down on PETA. I'm kind of ambivalent. Look up that word. That's a good vocabulary word for all you like, students studying for the SAT. I'm ambivalent about PETA. Ambivalent as let's do a little knowledge learning here. Like ambidextrous, like both ambivalent is simultaneously feeling opposing feelings, like good and bad. Yeah, they do good. They're not perfect. I'm just kind of ambivalent about PETA. I'm not like, yay, PETA, or like PETA kills animals. I hate when I see those comments too. It's just they are what they are, as imperfect as they may be. They do provide information about vegan diets to people. Are they a perfect organization? No, far from it. I'm not going to get into it, but yeah, they are what they are. You're never going to see me like PETA check yourself video. Let's put it like that. Hey, Bradley, another super. You don't have to keep super chat tipping me, Bradley. You just can paste your questions over and over again. Yeah, it's expensive to live in California for sure. That said, there are, more expensive and less expensive areas. Like, if you're around the major cities, San Diego, Los Angeles, especially the Bay Area, San Francisco, it's extremely expensive. But then there are like cheaper areas within all those areas, like, less desirable neighborhoods, less desirable suburbs or towns or what have you and cities. So yeah, it's expensive. If depends where you're coming from. If you're coming like from say the South or something, yeah, you're gonna freak out. If you're coming from like New York, you're not gonna trip too hard. Is it worth it? It's all you gotta decide what you're looking for. If you can like afford to live here, if you have work or what have you. But yeah, it's a little more expensive than your average place. Um, let's see. Yeah, it's all relative. Norma Jean Brady. It's all relative. As I was just saying, honey. If why eat honey when you don't have to? And like I said, if you're eating honey, I'm not gonna like call you a bad person or a scumbag or anything like that. You're only a level 9 vegan, bro. I'm just saying, why not try some plant-based sweeteners where they don't have to like take stuff away from bees and stuff like that. Try some agave, try some maple syrup, try some more like sweeteners made from other plants like coconut, dates, stuff like that. BW, why is testosterone bad? Who said testosterone is bad? I was talking about the hunting testosterone field. I'm talking about toxic masculinity. I'm not talking about the male hormone testosterone in and of itself. I'm talking about toxic masculinity. I was being a little colorful with my language there. So yeah, there's nothing wrong with testosterone. Speaking of which, studies have shown, as I've shown in my testosterone blood test video, that vegans tend to have higher levels of testosterone than non-vegans because high protein diets suppress T levels. And you don't have to take my word for it. This is coming from peer-reviewed studies. And by the way, me at age 51, I have the T levels of a 30-year-old. Just thought I'd throw that out there because there's other YouTubers that are my age that have T levels of a 100-year-old woman. So I'm just putting that out there. You want to see me make a vegan pizza? I would love to be eating a vegan pizza right now. That sounds cool. Au revoir, Dylan. It looks like we got a discussion there. What is Bobby Jay Z talking about? Surviving in the wild? What are we talking about? Are you doing a thought experiment? I like to see anti-vegans sometimes do these like bizarre thought experiments. Like, what would you eat if you're in the wild? Is that what's going on here? I'm just assuming. I'm assuming a lot there. I could be wrong. I just have a inkling that's what's going on. I'll see what pops up in the chat here. Pleasant vegans. This is what John is doing now. Is he not labeling vegan but still vegan? I mean, again, I'm ambivalent about that. I'm glad he's vegan. I'm glad he's not one of these like, oh, I started eating some animal thing because I wasn't getting the gains that I want. Well, I'm glad he's not doing that nonsense. So I'm not sure what he has about calling himself vegan. Maybe I know a lot of people don't like certain vegan YouTubers who have a really bad reputation, and I'm not going to name anyone here, okay? But a lot of people want to distance themselves from vegan because they perceive there's a few kind of known vegans, and that's what they think. Your average non-vegan thinks of vegans like weirdos like that. Maybe that's it. I don't know, or maybe he's just trying to diversify his channel to get non-vegans. But his channel name is John Venus. That just sounds like a bodybuilder name to me, right? So I don't know. I only can speculate there. I'm just glad he's still vegan. My name Jacob. What was that last word? Is there a way to be a vegan super what? Yes, How Not to Die by Dr. Greger. Yeah, I got it at the library. Awesome book. How often do I eat vegan junk food? Well, not that often. It kind of comes in splurts. Like I'll not have any for like a week or two, and it depends what you call junk food. Because the video Angie's editing right now is the vegan cut snack box, and as I said several times in the video, these are not your grandfather's snacks. Like they just have like three ingredients, like cashew, sea salt. That's it. Stuff like that. Just really simple stuff. That being said, we're going to go to Natural Products Expo in Anaheim next week, where all the new vegan food and stuff will be at. So I'll probably have a little bit more than normal just because where I'm at, checking stuff out, you know. So yeah, I eat whole food plants all the time, every day in and day out, eating stuff like this, guys. Whole food, keep it carb, baby food, you know, whole food plants. You know, this is what we're eating, you know. But when we go outside of the house, you know, I'm not going to say, "Hey, I am perfect. I cannot have that." I'm not like that. You know, if I go out to a vegan event and they're not going to just have like bananas or lentils or something like that. You're going to get a meal of something. So I'll get it, and I live with it. You know, it's not. I don't think having like a a vegan tamale once in a while is going to kill me. And tamales are pretty good for you too. There's not usually a bunch of oil or anything like that. Let's see. Okay, so John Venus said he thought vegans were mean to Bonnie Rebecca and all the ex-vegans. We are too judgmental, he said. No, I mean, it's basically because some of these ex-vegans had the lamest reasons for not being vegan. I mean, totally like, you know, drinking urine for 2 years, I mean, it's and questionable health problems. You know, that's why, you know, I could see what he's saying, you know, but it's not just vegans that are mean like that. I wish you guys could see. I make videos like this once a year, so all the mean comments that get deleted off our channel, you know, from our videos, often they end up in the held for review folder. You guys can't see this; only I and me and the moderators can. But they're horrible, and they're not from vegans; they're from meat eaters. So it's not like vegans are mean and judgmental. Meat eaters are mean. Just there's a certain fraction, a certain percentage of humans that are mean and judgmental, and will shout it at you. Just life. It's just how it is, guys. It has nothing to do with your diet. It just has to do with how you are up here. So to blame veganism on that is just, I think, irrational. And if I were to talk to him, I'll discuss this with him. Best way to remove pesticides from fruit, vegetables if I can't get organic, just wash them, run the sink, just blast them with water, you know? I even do that with organic stuff sometimes, you know, but yeah, just rinse them off if you're not too confident about how they're grown. Like the stuff I get at farmers market, I typically don't rinse much, if at all. But stuff I get at the supermarkets, yeah, I don't trust them as much, and I won't rinse them because I know there's ways to be organic and still put some weird chemicals on it, which I know the smaller farmers that are farmers markets are not doing. But the stuff you get at the supermarket, typically grown by major agriculture producers, they probably have some chemicals and techniques that they do that I wish they wouldn't. So I would rinse them, just rinse them really well. What are the staples of my diet? Great one, Manimal. Oh wait, the staples of my diet are the foods that you're probably eating right now if you're not a vegan. Even if you are a vegan, I hope you're eating these things like legumes, like beans, all manners of legumes, rice, grains, all manner of grains. You know, particularly like basmati rice, brown rice, um, vegetables, starches like potatoes, sweet potatoes, mainly potatoes, and fruits. Like I eat bananas all the time, and yeah, and back to the grains. I have oatmeal all the time too. So these are those foods right there. Just make up the bulk of my calories right there. Why would rinsing do anything more than the rain? Well, who knows? Maybe it's not raining. I mean, food gets watered one way or another. I'm just saying, once you get it home, just rinse it some more. I mean, if it's already been rinsed by the rain and you're satisfied, you're cool with that, fine, don't do any more. But I would suggest just rinse it some more. What have you got to lose, other than a little bit of water and a little tiny bit of time? All right. I will check out Dunk League. Thanks, Juflix and Shill. I will check out Dunk League. I'll prepare to be impressed. I'm working on my one-footed jump right now, so I'll see how these young studs are doing it. Cow sanctuary in LA in the city. I mean, there's a few animal sanctuaries outside of LA, and yeah, we've been talking to them. Sail Ranch in Temecula invited us to come out. Like the beginning of the month, we said, "No, guys, it's going to be like super rainy, atmospheric rivers hitting us and stuff." And yeah, like I said, they lost electricity a few weeks ago, muddy farms. So yeah, we're going to go visit them once the floods are done, the rains are done. I definitely want to go out there and give them a shout out and show what they're doing there. And personally, I just want to go and hug on the animals. You're thinking about being vegan. Should I? Well, what are you thinking about? Is the best. Why are you thinking about being vegan? I already Pleasant Vegan. I already talked about Tim Sheive. I've been like referring to Tim and his bizarre practices throughout this whole live stream. So I don't want to like go off again. It's like I feel kind of bad a little bit. A lot of the stuff you guys are talking about, I did not see or watch. Um, let's see. Carmine words. Am I reading it right? My wife and I went vegan in July. I feel awesome. Although her skin has worsened, is it possible it's related? Who knows, man? Dermatology is a really complicated issue. If you watch that video we put out last week about why we're still vegan, Angie talked about her skin issues and going to the dermatologist, and they weren't able to do anything, and none of them suggested diet change, really. So, yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. It's complicated. People that went to medical school for 8 years and been practicing for decades, couldn't fix her issues, but we fixed it by eating how we eat now. Is soy bad? Asked my name Jacob. I made a video. Soy, the most dangerous food in the world, or something like that. I put it out about a year ago. Just look up Happy Healthy Vegan. Is soy bad or soy dangerous? And I discuss soy in there. I'm not a big eater of soy. We don't cook soy in the house all that often, but yeah, we do get it when we go out for sure. And I'm fine with soy. It's cool. It's healthy. It's not bad if you're worried about like hormone levels. It doesn't affect your hormones for males or females, at least not in any negative ways, and doesn't kill you or anything like that. It's just propaganda from the meat and dairy industries. Let's see, vegan gains on Frank Tufano. I watched a couple videos of vegan gains talking about that Frank dude, and I see in my feed more and more keep coming up. So I guess they have some kind of thing. I don't want to really get involved in that. Maybe I'll watch another one. But I already thought vegan gains did an awesome job destroying him in those prior videos and in the live debate. I don't see why they have to keep discussing, because it's obvious that Frank dude doesn't really know squat about veganism. It just has an agenda against it. And Vegan Games has refuted them with facts, science, and logic time and time again. So I don't know what more there is to do about that. Better for your world V. What's my opinion on fertilizers? Yeah, just use any fertilizer that doesn't come from animals. Use no animal byproducts. You have stuff that's from decomposted seaweed, trees products. Veganic stuff. Just don't use like stuff that comes from like bone meal, blood meal. I hate when farmers say you have to use that. No, you don't have to use it. The only reason why you're using it is because you can get it for cheap, because it's a cheap waste byproduct from animal slaughterhouses. Otherwise, it wouldn't exist. It's just kind of sitting there, and the animal slaughterhouse people figure out they can make a few extra bucks by selling that stuff as fertilizer, dead animal guts. Yeah, that's exactly what you want to grow your plants in. You know. Yeah, John Kohler. Thanks, Bobby JZ. John Kohler, Grow Your Greens. Is that his channel? That's what his whole life, his whole house, indoor and outside, is turned into a farm of sorts, growing plants. So check him out. He's the expert. Mice are infesting your house. Well, first of all, we never had an infestation, but we had rodents that were attracted outside. For several years, we had a compost bin. I throw in all like my banana peels and garden, not a little bit of garden stuff, but mainly kitchen. When I was eating tons of fruit, I'd put it out there, and for years we were fine. And finally, um, I don't know if they were some kind of rodent, mice or rat, found it. And first I saw one, I didn't think anything about it. Like a week later, there were two. Next thing, they're like a bunch. So I had to get rid of that. So I'm saying if you have some kind of what is at least to you obvious food or source, something that's attracting them, get rid of it. Try that first before you take any more drastic measures, because it took a while. But I would say maybe it took once we removed the compost pile, it took maybe several months before I didn't see any more or hear any more rodent activity. So check that out, Patrick. That's gross. You find their turds. And also, I think having cats can help, not necessarily as far as hunting, but I think their presence is a big turnoff. But actually, we have cats that roam our yards, and it's wild neighborhood cats, not our cats. But we don't discourage them from coming into our yards. If they find a rat naturally, that's what happens out outside, right? Let's see. All right, what else you guys talking about? Oh, okay. Yeah, if you have an apartment, yeah, that might be tough. I'm just saying in the building, maybe some of your neighbors have cats though, and they're on top of it. I'm not even saying indoors. I'm just taking advantage of the fact that there's just neighbors' cats that wander through our yard in the day and night. So they're probably like keeping a patrol of sorts. Oh man, I'm starting to get hungry, guys. 2 hours in this live stream. Wow, it's turned into a little marathon here. Any tips on how to not be addicted to YouTube and social media? Wow. Um, oh man, I don't know. I mean, if you have an Apple phone, a modern one, it tells you your screen time. You could see, like, try to use that. Maybe each week, try to lower your percentage a little bit or something like that. I don't know what to tell you about that. That's a problem of our time for sure. So you guys talking about yeah, barnivore.com. Thanks for that link there, Race Lever. Appreciate that. Yeah, to see what alcoholic beverages are vegan. Don't use any animal products like say in the clarification of winemaking, stuff like that. Thoughts on cannabis juicing? I don't think I've ever done that, so I don't have any thoughts about cannabis juice. I never thought about it before. I mean, it sounds cool, I guess. I'd like to hear more about it. Any vegan hair dyes you can recommend? Let me ask Angie. Let me see if I have iChat open here. Um, I will see. Thanks, Katie, for your super chat tip too. There, I'll look at our Twitter. There'll be a shout out to you. But let me see if Angie has any. Let me type it right now. Any vegan hair dyes you know are good? See if she gets back to me. In fact, as I mentioned several times, they're going to Natural Products Expo next week. I think they have stuff like that there. So we will take a look. Maybe Angie will do a review. One thing I didn't mention this whole time too. I know it's kind of making a abrupt side note. I just saw it sitting here. Our album, not long way from home. That's our third one. Our fifth one, Life Goes On by Love Spirals. You guys know we make all the music in our videos and stuff like that. Our CD, digital, if you don't like CDs, this has been out for a couple months now. And you like the song at the end of a lot of the videos I make, that spinning circles one, that's on here. But if you're really interested in the kind of music we make, it's really a kind of this introspective dream poppy stuff. Angie features it more on her vlogs. So anyway, check it out. Um, check it out. It's you can get our stuff at our just go to happyhealthyvegan.org, our shop at happyhealthyvegan.org. We have these cool Love Spirals pins. Thought I mentioned that in case you were wondering about our music. A lot of people are surprised that we make music. I guess I don't pimp that fact enough. Angie got back to me. She says Nutra. She said, okay, yeah, first of all, I got to tell you, Angie's hair is natural. She hasn't used any products in like a decade. And she said she used Nutra Tint. Nutra, like nutrition, Nutra Tint, like a decade ago. And Herba Tint, like herbivore, Nutritint and Herbatint. So check those out for vegan hair dyes. Um, wish we had some more info. Hopefully those brands still exist. Don't know. I'll tell her thanks. There you go. So hopefully that helps you out there. Seven, you've asked this over and over again. I've talked about water fasting for healing purposes, responding directly to you. So, all right, so let's see. I'm going to do kind of a wrapping up here. I've been on for 2 hours. Angie says, yeah, a lot of new hair dyes have come out since then. But anyway, let's do like maybe a last like 5-ish minutes here of rapid fire questions, ones I can answer without, rambling for more than like 10, 15 seconds. So let's try it out. Rapid fire ending here. Let's see. Gordon Freeman is vegan. I have no idea who Gordon Freeman is. Um, why is GMO bad? GMO is, I mean, it's in the technology that's going to take longer. The quick bottom line is, in itself, the technology isn't bad. The way it's been implemented by Monsanto Bayer for their profit and to the detriment of pretty much the rest of life is bad. So it's much more to it than that, you know. And I should tell you, it's not like better food. There's a reason why when you go to like a 5-star restaurant or a Michelin star restaurant, they don't have GMO food there. It's not like quality food, it's just some, third rate food basically, you know. And I'd rather, and again, I don't like to support companies like Monsanto Bayer. I like my money to support actual freaking farmers, like the ones I buy my food from. Monsanto's farming practices are and their legal and ethical practices. That's all I'll say about that. Okay, quicker ones. Could using coconut oil on your face make you break out? I have no idea. Um, is YouTube our only job? It's our main one. I mean, we do this. We have all our e-commerce. We have music. We get royalties from that. We get music when our music gets played on places. Those are our primary ones. Done videos on this before. It's all about having multiple streams of income. Will I ever stop being vegan? F no, no effing way. There's no reason not to be vegan to these double negatives. No, I can't ever see myself. Hmm, you know, I need to eat a piece of salmon. No, never. No, no effing way. Like I'm kicking ass. I'm thriving. I'm doing great. Been doing it long term. Why would I want to turn around, turn my back to that? It's absurd. Um, Orange's no new book. No, I didn't know Dr. Orange has a new book. Undo it. Okay, I'll check that out, Tracy. Thanks for that tidbit there. Appreciate that. All right, Race Lover, we can add you as Triangle Player. Very important part of the band. Yeah, Monsanto, Patrick brings up a good point. They were acquired corporately by Bayer, the drug pharmaceutical company. And why would a pharmaceutical company buy a farming company? It shows you Monsanto is a chemical. They are a chemical company. Look at their history. They are a chemical company. Created Agent Orange. I mean, it's just, that should tell you something right there. Do you want to eat food that was grown in like this gnarly chemicals, or would you rather have food that was grown the way our grandfathers and forefathers ate their food, not grown through like gnarly chemicals, not only for the GMO technology, but for their gnarly pesticides, herbicides that Monsanto makes so they can spray tons of that crap on the food and have it not miraculously die. So anyway, enough on that. Let's see. Is it really important to eat organic? I think it's important just to eat good food. Some great food is not certified organic here. They didn't go through the certification process. Just you got to just figure out what is good food. That's why we go to farmers markets, and not every farmer there has great food. We just try to find the best food we can, and if not, it's okay. But we'll go to the supermarket and get some stuff that's maybe not as great as what the farmers might have, but they were out that week at the farmers market. But try to eat the best food you can. But yeah, organic when possible for sure. But I wouldn't be neurotic about always eating and only eating organic. You can get some weird. You can just drive yourself a little crazy doing that. Is what I'm saying, and it could get kind of expensive too, perhaps. Um, let's see. Thoughts on the Democratic race? We'll just see where it all goes with Cory Booker and Bernie Sanders and all that stuff. Like I say, I think Bernie's probably going to win the party nomination. That's my 2 cents. If not him, probably maybe Beto O'Rourke. I think those are the ones that have the most popularity. Um, let's see. Again, I'm not getting into politics. I'm just giving you my prediction. Let's see. Um, Favorite vegan documentaries, all the good ones. Cowspiracy, What the Health, are my favorites. Earthings is too gnarly for me personally. I already know what goes on and factory farming. I don't like to see that stuff personally, but it's good to show people who have no idea, who are blissfully unaware of what's really going on. I thought I was in Tom politics. I was giving a prediction. Like if someone asked me who's going to win the NBA finals, I'll give you my prediction. Um, anyway, will I ever cut my hair for a video? Probably not, but who knows? um, am I schooling the young guys at the gym after my jump attack program? Great question, Desync. I am playing better, but man, just last week, a week ago tonight, I was playing some young guys. They're about like 21, 22, and they were not only 21 and 22, they were really good. I could just see, man, they had more explosiveness than I've ever had, so at least I see where I want to get to now. So I have some other things I'm going to do. I'm going to work on more hill sprints too. The like 10-second burst at max speed, a bunch of reps of that and see how that goes. Cause that's what I need to do. Be able to just like be still and just bam, 0 to 100 instantly. And that's what those guys have. It's just good watching them up close. They're just super, super athletic. That said, yeah, I'm playing great basketball right now. When I'm not playing like elite athletes like that, yeah, I'm doing really, really well. Yeah, I need to have some water. You see that, huh? Um, receding hairline. I don't think any diet can stop that, Patrick. Sorry. I wish I could say that, but I think it's more genetic than anything. Um, how long do I think humans will exist? I have no idea. Let's see. What to feed your cat? Yeah, I'm not gonna do that right now in 5 minutes. That's another complicated question. Um, Which instrument to play? Theremin? That's not really an instrument, even though it's really cool. And I'm not sure what kind of harp that is. I don't know. I'm just kind of I lean towards the classic instruments, like guitars, piano, keyboard, something like that. That's my two thoughts. Very, versatile. You can do a lot with them, and you could play with a lot of people with those instruments. How long have I been playing bass? I've never like identified myself as a bass player, but pretty much as long as I've been playing guitar, roughly, which has been several decades, I've had basses and been playing bass. Oh, we have someone from Korea here, or are you just Korean in the United States? But yeah, I'm three quarters Chinese, by the way. Um, let's see. Is it fair to dogs that feed vegan only? I'm not going to tell you how to feed your dogs. I've never owned a dog since I've been an adult, but I've met many dog owners who have fed their dogs exclusively vegan diets their entire lives, and these dogs are healthy. They're sweet and loving. So the vegan dogs I met don't look like they're being treated poorly or being abused or anything like that. So yeah, you got to do your homework on that. I'm just telling you what I've experienced. So if you've seen something else, that's what you've seen. And let me know if you've seen something like that. But I really doubt it because I've seen these dogs just thriving and kicking ass. Um, yeah, feed them potatoes, huh? I've seen dogs just loving the fruit. Um, fifth oldest living dog was vegan. If that's true, Joseph, that says a lot right there, right? Do you think PETA was right about tweet about Steve Irwin was right? I have no idea. Do you think I didn't see it? Um, talk about Sean Baker and the carnivore diet in like my last 5 minutes. What should I say? I think the carnivore diet has absolutely no scientific backing. It's like someone making up. It's like me as a vegan. I said, I'm going to go on the banana diet, or I'm going to just do a potato only diet. It's just like that, just picking a food and eating that. It's an elimination diet. When you do elimination diets and you don't die, which hopefully you don't do, and you get rid of your problems. You just eat one food and you just don't eat any other foods that don't trigger any other physical issues for you. There's nothing magical about elimination diet of meat. You could do an elimination diet with bananas or potatoes. Baker got his medical license back. Wow, that'll be interesting if he's telling his patients, hey, don't take blood tests, just deadlift. That's all you got to do. That's how I can tell how much cholesterol you have or whatever. Um, let's see. Ryan was recently on the mention with vegan gains. What's the mention, old Pueblo? What is the mention? Yeah, and of course, the carnivore diet is terrible, not only for the animals that need to die for these people that think that they're doing something wonderful, it's horrible for the environment, despite their like pulling out these sad Alan Savory TED Talk arguments. And remember, guys, too, Sean Baker has the testosterone of a what, 100-year-old woman. I mean, is I don't understand how he can set himself up to be some kind of manly role model with the T levels of a 100-year-old woman. Just saying. He tries to act all like tough, just laugh at him. Say, dude, your T levels are of a 100-year-old lady. I'd rather be like Ryan, who's your age and has the T levels of a 30-year-old man, a stud man. How do you get your protein? And all the food I eat, Corey, all plants have protein. Or sometimes I like to tell people, I have no idea. It's a miracle I'm alive. But that one's just kind of more smart ass. Depends what my mood is that day. Let's see. You love being vegan, Lennon? I do too. I totally love it. That's true, but I'm not joking there, Bobby. It's the 100-year-old woman, 90 or 100, somewhere in that range, the range of a woman around 90 to 100 years old. That's the T levels that dude has. Little chin patch, I got it right there. It's right there. Still there. Am I thinking about growing the facial hair back? No, probably not. You know why? Um, I have nice dark hair. There's gray coming in. It's harder to see, but the face is really gray. And it's kind of Asian like beard, like a Fu Manchu thin. So they have this white, gray Fu Manchu thing. I just thought made me look weird, older and just kind of trippy. I didn't think it was like, it didn't flatter me, let's say. So that's why I got rid of it. If it's all dark and stuff, still, I might keep it maybe. I don't know. I'm kind of like it now without the facial hair. Um, you like it too, Norma Jean? Awesome. I think Angie prefers it too, the more smoother facial touch. If I weight trained, Matthew, I do weight train, Matthew. The thing is, I weight train for my sport. I'm not trying to be a power lifter or bodybuilder. I'm just becoming a stronger 51-year-old basketball player, being able to hang with the 20-year-olds, 25-year-olds, and 30-year-olds and play competitively with them. So, yeah, I'm weight training. I weight train at least now like 2-3 times a week, but it's not what I do all day. I go to the gym, play basketball for 30 to 60 minutes, then I'll go out and either work on legs. And again, I'm not like trying to like do massive weights. I'm trying to do higher reps and lift them quickly because I'm training for explosiveness. Basketball, if you're just doing a slow deadlift like that, that's not a sports specific movement to pull it up like this really slow. I'm going quick up and down. Watch my last How I Train in a Day as a vegan video. See what I'm talking about. How am I joints and bones without dairy? Well, I'll tell you this. I might not be the best 51-year-old basketball player I've ever met in my life, but I've never seen a basketball player in their 50s move as well as I do. I'll just put it like that. I think I'm an elite mover. So my joints and things are doing fine. I run all the time too, and I don't have any issues, no injuries or anything like that. So yeah, I'm doing fine. Do I still run? Yeah, Stephanie, not as much. My running is way down. And as far as like I run fewer miles. In fact, now I'm working more on sprinting. As I was talking about, I want more explosiveness for basketball. I don't need to be able to run 13 miles when I'm playing basketball. What I do need is to be able to go from a complete standstill or a really slow dribble and then bam, 0 to 100 in a flash. So yeah, doing hill sprints and stuff like that. No, deadlift does work for basketball. I'm just saying going real slow like that. I want a more sport specific movement. I want to be able to explode quickly and lifting lighter but quicker has been working out as opposed to just trying to pull it up like twice and be exhausted. I want to be able to move quickly and like doing squats at a quicker pace too, like that, rather than just going really slow. Sport specific movement. Yeah, it's cool to get strong. In fact, I wasn't doing it like that. I spent most of last year just getting just stronger, just doing traditional lifting, deadlifts and squats, just to build up my base strength. Now that I have that kind of base, that foundation, I'm doing more sports specific stuff. How are my iron levels, Coley? Check my last video that I put out what did I put out in January? My 8-year vegan blood test. My iron levels are kicking ass. They're totally fine. Um, let's see. Um, let's see, Tracy, have I put up any PRs on the hill I like to run? No, I went there a week ago. But I'm not running the entire hill now. The entire hill takes about like maybe 30-ish seconds to run, something like that, 20 to 30 seconds. And I'm running shorter bits. I don't want to kick in the aerobic engine. I just want to be able to just sprint like a mother for like, 20 or 10, 12 seconds, something like that. So I'm not sure if I'm going to try to beat my PR on that hill anymore, just because of the way I'm training right now. Once I'm over my basketball explosive thing, who knows? But that's what I'm working on right now. I want to see if I can get that explosiveness that I saw in the kids last week. The kids, those 22-year-old dudes. Um, my favorite non-vegan human. I have no idea. I mean, there's tons. Um, uh, Thanks, Desync. Yeah, I think I play a decent skill level of basketball for a 51-year-old. In fact, if you're in the area, come play with me. We'll work something out. I enjoy playing basketball with people I know. We can do a little one-on-one. That's actually my favorite form of basketball. For any of you basketball guys out there, I like all forms of basketball. 5-on-5, full court. For me, the way I play tends to get a little chaotic because I just usually, unless you have guys that know how to play with each other, just guys running up and down the court, not making intelligent passes, very little, if any, teamwork. It just gets really frustrating. So I kind of zone out on those games often. I like to play half court, 3-on-3, and I really love playing one-on-one. I love playing one-on-one. That's where I could really turn on my defense. Anyway, if you guys want to play me, let me know. Um, Matthew, I've already got enough weightlifting going on there. I don't really have much time to add more stuff in. But yeah, I'm working on all the stuff I need to, as far as try to accomplish my explosiveness goals. In fact, yeah, I'm doing a little less weights with the lower body right now, and I'm trying to get back out and doing my hill sprints. Just the weather's been crappy, and I was feeling kind of ill, like I was fighting a cold the past few days. So hopefully tomorrow I'll go and do my big sprints. Standing at a stand, get warmed up obviously, and then just bam from a standstill, just sprint hard, 100% for like 10 seconds. Um, why did God create cows if they taste so good? That's your question. Well, great question. I heard that human flesh tastes pretty good too. So why did God create humans if we weren't supposed to eat them? You can use that logic. I know people in China that say dogs are a delicacy. They taste so good. So why did God create dogs if we weren't supposed to eat them? So that's your argument. In fact, flesh usually tastes like crap. The way meat becomes more palatable is by putting seasonings on them. And guess what? Seasonings are made out of plants. Old Pueblo vegan, dye my hair. No, me and Angie have completely natural hair. Um, Last time she dyed her hair, I'm just guessing, like a decade ago, and that's grown and faded away. Natural hair. My hair is natural. There's some gray bits in it. You can't really see it in the videos, really. You can kind of see a little streaks here. There's little gray bits in there, but yeah, completely natural hair. Um, but thanks for asking, old Pueblo vegan. Not dyeing my hair, fully natty. Let's see. Um, yeah, see, Tracy can see a few of the grays here. What kind of person would dye their hair and have weird gray bits in there? It's just natural. It just is what it is. It's going to do what it's going to do. We're all getting older. Unless you die, we each get a little older every second, every day, and, life goes on. Cool. Thanks. Trash as Frick. Cool name. No, I didn't watch the Oscars at all. No. What was I doing that? I was in this room working on some music, Oscars night, Figured I could watch what other people did, or I can just come in here and work on some of my own stuff. Oh, thanks, Savvy Schmidt. I like our hairs too. I mean, not to say that our hair couldn't be better or anything like that, but yeah, it is what it is. Let's see, a couple more questions, and now I'm going to go and start um, instigating dinner with Angie, see what she thinks. But anyway, um, Let's see. Let's see this deleted message here. Oscar, wow, that's so insightful. Coming to a vegan discussion. If I said if you want to come to a vegan discussion and you're not vegan, that's cool. We can discuss, we can debate, you know. But just to say something like stupid like out there, that's offensive. That's why your message gets deleted. So yeah, if you don't agree with what they're saying, that's cool. That's why this is a debate if you want it to be. But debate doesn't mean being a dick, being disrespectful, or being just silly like that. It means having a rational discourse. And if you're not capable of that, and many people aren't, many vegans and non-vegans alike can't do that. So this isn't your channel. Go watch someone else, bro. I'm not going to be offended. DSIC, I tell you my prediction for NBA MVP. It's going to be James Harden. I don't think Giannis or Curry or Durant or LeBron. It's Harden's been, unless he does something crazy, it's gonna be Harden. He's just had such a sick streak of 30-point games. Why did I become vegan? Asked Coley. On our channel here, Happy Healthy Vegan, watch the video, the second most recent video, why we're still vegan. Angie and I both discuss our vegan stories. When we went vegan, when was it? How did it happen? Why? What were our motivations? How did it work for us? Was it hard? Was it easy? Watch that video. Why we're still vegan. I'm about done here. So yeah, just when you're done, just go watch that video. I can't really explain it here in like a couple seconds. It's complicated. It's really complicated. Yeah, yeah, Tracy. Thanks for telling me. Just watch one of the videos we posted this week. You'll see we talked about that. All right, so guys, 2.5 hours. I hit it. That's long. That's a long live stream. I think it's one of my longest ones in recent memory. So I want to thank our moderators, Tracy and Race Lever. Thank you. You didn't have to do this, but thank you. Thank you for sticking with me through this. I know you guys both got stuff to do. I appreciate it. And I want you guys to know, feel free. I know you guys are being really cool. I'll be okay if you guys ever have to leave midway in a live stream. Totally understand it. Especially when I have two of you guys here. It's awesome. It's just like super bonus, so I love it. So thank the moderators. You guys did great and made this a really just great, pretty much troll-free discussion, which is my goal. I want this to be fun. I want this to be entertaining for everyone. And if some guys is coming here to poo on everything, that kind of takes away from our chill, positive vibes here. So thanks everyone for being cool and participating in this Happy Healthy Vegan live chat experience. We'll do more of them more often. I promise. I won't let it go as long as I did, like 2-3 weeks. And yeah, I'll try to get another one up. If not this weekend, hopefully next week. I told you we're going to Natural Products Expo in Anaheim. If you guys are going, drop us a note. We'll meet you there. We'll see you there. That's at the Anaheim Convention Center later next week to check out all the new vegan food products. And I told you our album is available on happyhealthyvegan.org. Long Way From Home. We got the CD. We got the digital. 5 years in the making. You hear the music in our vids all the time. And we have a new T-shirt dropping. It's going to be just like a limited run. You'll see it's got a baseball length sleeve, for wintertime. And repressing just the old T-shirts of ours, the black one, the tie-dye. We're out of a few sizes right now, so I'll be getting those this weekend. So look in our store next week for all this stuff and the limited drop. And thanks for putting that link there, Tracy, to our store. And cool. I think that's it, guys. Some live streams playing music. That's what I was working on Oscars night. I was actually in here trying to route all the audio so we could do a musical live stream. So I'm one step away from getting the technical hurdles of that solved. So on it. I'm totally on that. All right, guys. So thanks. Good night. Much love. And remember, it doesn't suck being vegan, guys. Good night.